the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It's only Tuesday. Tuesday, July 25th, 2023. We're coming to you live this morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good, good,
Although,
good.
think about it. Already more than halfway through the year. Oh,
Listen,
cruise is right around the corner.
like Gio says, I don't even know how to put that into terms. You always say you lived more than you...
Yeah, you've lived more than you will live.
Yeah. I've got more to do in the end of the year than I had the whole beginning of the year. This year we're starting to ramp up craziness.
I don't believe Carmen can hear us.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Carmen. Okay, hold on. How's that, Carmen? You got it? Wait, what did I take out yesterday, Spanish?
Oh, man.
I can see you talking.
1 minute. Just wait 1 minute. Show me what has to be done.
This is the Mike Calta Show.
Oh,
Everyone
she
is
can't hear
live
us.
And ready. But we are having some technical issues at the moment. They're working on it. I speak Spanish and Mike doing a lot of button touching.
Check. Hello, Carmen.
What you see anything?
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
There we go. Check. Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Nope.
Nope.
Let me see.
Oh, man.
Somebody call into her so she doesn't have a heart attack.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is July 25th, 2023. We are coming to you live as soon as they figure out the board. Please hurry up and figure out the board.
You want me to go on with her?
Yeah. She's silent? Oh my God.
I'm not sure what to do at the moment.
Oh man. She is weak.
You got to take the ball and run.
Spanish, I don't know what we're missing here. Yeah, I don't know. We're
Not going well. For any of you, 1 second. Someone's calling the hotline. Hi, Galvin. Oh my goodness. I can't hear you guys. I'm sure you've heard me say that. I don't know what to do. Hello.
She should call Dizzy.
Okay, well, Galvin called the hotline. I talked to him for like 2 seconds, and now I can't hear him either.
Uh-oh.
So, this is going fantastic.
No. Oh God. Hello.
What to do?
Oh, she is so awful.
My gosh, hello. I'm just going to be...
Talk.
Hi, Calta, hello. You know what, Gio? Oh, hi, Galvin.
Can you hear me? Are we on air? Or what's
Yell at me.
Right now?
I still cannot hear you on air.
if you're me now, are we on air?
No, do you want me to put... No, I'm just talking. I just picked up the phone.
And I believe they're
Hello?
talking to Dylan to figure out.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Carmen?
Yeah, I could see you guys on Bone TV, and you guys were moving your mouse, but nothing was coming through on
Right.
air. So I said today was July 25th, 2023.
You got that covered. Did you give them the time and the temperature?
I did not give them the temperature, should I?
Yeah, so they're talking to Dylan right now and trying to figure out what is going on. I don't know. I don't know who presses buttons or does what, whether Mike has to change something up if he does the podcast with Bobby.
Well, so yesterday we ended the show with you guys disconnecting.
Cutting out, yeah.
So I'm not. So maybe something to that effect. It never got pushed back.
Yeah, no, I don't know because we were connected and we heard you and stuff, and it was fun.
It was in 2.
It should be in 1 or what?
She should be in 2.
You should be in 2, Carmen.
Okay. Well, now it's stuck in 1.
Oh, brother.
She said now it's stuck in 1.
She said now it's stuck in 1.
Oh, jeez.
She has to turn the channel off to change it.
Turn the channel off to change it, Carmen.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Okay.
Do
Ready?
we know how this is changing? Okay, try it.
Say hello.
Hello?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
you're
there we
there.
go.
Oh,
We're on. We're on.
okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
Carmen.
I almost had a panic attack.
Carmen,
Yes.
how long have you worked here?
Oof.
Not long enough.
Oh, my God. I mean, how is it that you can't just talk for a couple of minutes?
I'm not
You-
Mike Calta.
This
I'm not
is
Mike
you.
Calta. I'm not Mike
This is
Calta.
you. This is you. This is you. Okay. So, they were there,
First off,
and they're
no.
not there.
I said it was July 25th,
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
2023.
Oh, my God.
I will go a little bit on both of your sides. Yes, you should be able to talk more, but also that definitely throws you off because it's all of a
Sure.
sudden, it's literally like all of a sudden you're playing for the Lakers and go.
Right?
It's
Everybody's
like,
waiting for their shot, man.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
I am not. I like what I do.
You gotta-
I am good.
You hate it here.
I am golden where I am at. Okay.
The minute that went silent, you can hear. I would have been like, okay. So let me tell you why I don't like these jerks, or let me tell you what I did this weekend, or let me tell you why when they say my armpits smell like tacos is really going on.
I am.
Oh my God.
I am 5th on the lineup, and I am good with that.
I would say 6.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's go, Joe. Go, Joe.
No, I meant-
Say the date and time. Do
My
it,
mic's
Joe.
not even on.
I was counting Dizzy, not Joe.
Wait a minute.
I mean, you got to take the ball and run.
I don't.
Oh, my God.
First off, you got to dribble, idiot. Otherwise, travel.
No, only football analogies.
No, I said Lakers. She's
Yeah.
going
I changed
basketball.
it.
No.
I don't watch
You
basketball.
can't change the
Change it
game.
midstream.
I don't watch basketball.
Although I would love to see some of the basketball players play football. Wouldn't you love to see it?
Like receiver, sure.
Like, think about that.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, it's not like basketball players back in the 70s where they, just seemed like guys that were
Right.
tall, whatever.
Right. Few guys'
Now-
fathers.
Now, any of the forwards or any of them are just giant, massive guys because they're tall, but they're also built. They have
Yep.
a lot of muscle on them.
Yeah,
that
like-
would be interesting to see.
Like somebody LeBron's size would be amazing. Probably wouldn't be as fast because he's heavy, but still would be amazing.
And,
LeBron's fast.
Yeah,
and,
but fast on the basketball court.
and the intuition and the jumping and the when to go
When
and
to
stuff.
go.
Like, think about Rodman, how good Rodman was at rebounding
yeah.
and doing that. So you have those, Hail Mary at the end, throwing it up. Rodman's getting that ball.
Yeah, I there were a couple of college players who played both and went into, but I always thought Randy Moss would be a great basketball player just because he was so tall and he was so athletic, and I figured he would work the other way for him. I played basketball with Simeon Rice, and he is just an all around. Just not because I was playing basketball, but watching him just on that court, he's just
Did
amazing.
he wind up? Didn't he play in the league? Did he play in like
He
a?
played in like a European minor league or something like
Semi-pro,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't European. I think it might have been Philadelphia, but it was like a minor league kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, this is going a little ways back, but Charlie Ward won the Heisman,
Yeah.
won a national championship at Florida State, and then went and played for the Knicks.
Right.
Yeah.
For like,
Well, and
Charlie
there's-
Ward played for the Knicks.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's not
Patrick-
even that tall, is he?
yeah, probably. I think he's like 6'3".
Yeah,
Didn't
that's not, for NBA. That's not tall. What's that, Carmen?
I know it's a different sport now, but Patrick Mahomes, didn't he get picked up by like a professional baseball team?
Well, his
Yeah.
father
Yeah.
was pro. His father was a pro. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that do the baseball because I think what's his name, old big horse face, Denver Broncos quarterback.
Elway.
Elway. Did
Elway
he
had a
play?
Yankee,
I think so.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
there
played
have been plenty of
baseball.
guys. The best is the one guy, Drew Henson. Drew Henson got a full ride scholarship to Michigan to be a quarterback, and also got signed by the Yankees in a huge minor league deal. Didn't pan out on either one. Didn't play. He got the Yankees paid him so much money to try and get him to not play football, and I think he played football for a minute, but and didn't pan out to either sport.
One of the greatest athletes of all time, Bo Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Who played both sports and
Yeah.
played both sports professionally.
Yeah.
I remember they said that Patrick Ewing, growing up, played goalie.
Oh,
For soccer.
really?
Yeah, could you imagine
Trying to hit over him.
Patrick Ewing? He's just like, yeah, I got it covered.
Mhm.
You're not getting the ball through.
Yeah, well, I specialize in two sports too.
Yeah, what are those?
Napping
Yeah.
and movie
I don't
watching.
know if those are sports.
My neighborhood. Johnny on the Pony.
It's
and,
just below women's soccer.
anybody watch that women's soccer?
No.
Still going on?
Yeah,
Still
it's going on.
I know USA plays tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I believe.
I was flipping through the
Finished it,
channels,
yeah.
and I saw something that said women's soccer, and I went, oh, and then I went,
Yeah.
let's not pretend I care right now.
Apparently, some people were upset because not everybody on the team was singing the national anthem and had their hand over their
Oh,
heart
come
during
on.
I
This
did see
still-
that.
Yeah, so
But I don't care about that one as much as I didn't care about the other guys doing it.
exactly.
I don't pay attention until you tell me who did it and who didn't. If you didn't tell me, I wouldn't even never notice or care.
They had to break down like, well, this player somewhat mouthed the words. This one did not at all. It was ridiculous.
Who cares?
I'm more impressed that there's a 15-year-old playing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know for what team, but there's a 15-year-old.
Joey had a friend from high school who played for the Rowdies.
Oh, wow.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
Really?
that's pretty. Yeah.
There are some just phenoms that, just are, and they're the ones that mature faster, you know what I mean? And they look like they're already 20 when they're 15.
Yeah.
They're drinking beer, and you're like, what is happening?
I'm very familiar with that.
So the United States plays against Netherlands tomorrow at 9 p.m. And then wake up early, August 1st on a Tuesday. United States play against Portugal at 3 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we have a party for it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's wake up and do it. Ow, ow, ow.
When the World Cup is going on and they do that, that's fun. If you go at 5 o'clock in the morning to McDonald's with the other Irish kids and sit around and watch it and drink early, that's
Yeah.
fun
You,
to do.
you mean what, men's World Cup? Because this is World Cup. This is women's World
No,
Cup.
yeah, but I'm sorry. No,
You mean real World Cup?
Yeah. How about that guy, that announcer, whenever he was the WNBA or whatever it is, and he goes, all right, back to actual sports.
Oh.
he got in a little trouble. I think.
Let me ask you: is there anything that you like? I don't like it. I don't love soccer. So
Yeah.
if the women's final game was on, like say it was on tonight after Jeopardy, I'd probably watch that for a little while just to absorb some sports. I would be like, oh, all right, cool. It's the final game. I'd get into the hype for a couple of minutes, same as I would as if it was the men, because I don't really care about it either way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is there a sport you could watch with women playing that you think you'd enjoy just as much?
Tennis.
Oh yeah, tennis for sure. I didn't even think about that.
Kickboxing.
Tennis is like, I would say it's almost equal, wouldn't you?
No.
No. I mean like fan, like people who watch. Like I don't
Yeah,
think
probably.
anybody's
I
like,
think
oh, I'm
if
only
you're-
watching the guys.
Yeah, I think if you're watching tennis regardless of whether it's men or women. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say men probably have an advantage as far as how many people are watching. But
I think once Serena and Venus started playing, it evened the field.
yeah, I mean, they're superstars, for sure. Women's golf, men's golf.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you're right. I don't.
You definitely have.
You don't see as much women's golf
Yeah.
on TV. Yeah.
And men are superior golfers, and I'm not saying that just to be.
No,
but,
I mean,
I'm just pointing
the
out.
tees are different.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's as far as watching, you watch it and whatever.
Have you ever seen the long drive contest
Oh,
that
they're
they do
great.
for golf? Those are awesome. And the guys outdrive the girls by like 200
Oh,
yards.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
insane.
it's just the physicality of it. But
Yeah.
some of those guys who do the long drives like for a living, where they go to tournaments and they get paid to show up and hit long drives and show everybody the special clubs and stuff. That's a pretty cool gig.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just wondering if there was a sport you could legitimately watch with women and be like, No, this is good. But tennis, you're right. Tennis, I don't even notice.
For a while in MMA, the women's division
Oh,
was
that's true too.
much more exciting than the men's.
Yeah.
When Ronda Rousey was, on her run, and even Amanda
Holmes.
Nunez on
Yeah.
her run,
Yeah.
that was impressive stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, remember when Galvin asked Dana White, and Dana was like, "I don't know if we're ever going to see a women's."
They were
headliner,
headlining
and now
for a
they're-
while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
And
were-
they started taking their boobies out,
Yeah. After
The
the win,
best.
yeah.
which made it real interesting.
Fair enough.
That's how we
Fighting.
should end every show here, Carmen.
Yeah.
We
Wait a
really-
minute.
We really love the show.
Okay, I got a question, Mike.
We're not taking
man.
questions right now.
Other things that we're not gonna do.
Okay.
Oh boy.
The commercial.
What happened?
I said
Oh,
that.
we have to do that today.
Okay.
Oh.
Come on. I gave you a whole day to reload.
What about the thing?
What
Yeah.
about you?
I'm ready to
about
go.
you?
You're ready.
Things over there.
I-
Thing is over there.
Yeah,
I
we
got
found
your
the
thing
thing.
out. I got my stuff ready to go.
He's gonna
Yeah.
take his thing out.
I put on my pasta weight again.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
a
back, baby.
Swell it up.
What are you?
I'm a
What
fat,
are you?
fat fatty.
What are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear?
Black.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I'm wearing a jacket. Well, it's gonna be the two of us fatties on TV together.
Oh, man.
How
I gotta
about
be
this?
honest. I
How
might
about-
make you look great.
How about this, Carmen? Since you're doing it and you don't want to, and it's a nice little gift from Mike, he's gonna buy you some Skims.
Hey,
That
look,
would be actually very nice.
I'm not, but I'll meet you in the parking lot with a big roll of electric tape. We'll get you. We'll get you in that suit. Don't, Carmen. It's short. It's short. We'll be all right.
Okay.
I have to go do that after the show. Then I have to go to it's something else. Let me look really quick. It tastes stinks. It
Are we
absolutely
still doing
stinks.
lunch?
No.
Oh.
Then
You don't
I'm
even
not going.
Fat Fatty doesn't even get lunch.
Aw.
That's not fair.
No,
He
we have.
said
I know,
lunch.
but lunch was yesterday. Today I don't have time,
Oh, okay.
and I gotta go to Sarasota
Oh,
right after the
jeez.
taping. I got another thing. I got another
Yeah,
thing out
things are
there.
the things.
Things are falling apart.
We
Man,
can go to lunch
things-
tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go.
Not
Carmen's-
you.
Grifter.
Can I just give you an idea of what's on my calendar for the week?
Yes.
Today I have the thing with Carmen. I have a telephone meeting I have to do at 1, and then I have my doctor appointment in Sarasota at 2.
Are you
A
sure?
telephone meeting.
Tomorrow, nothing. Thursday, clinger.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at my calendar. Today's packed. Tomorrow's nothing. Thursday, I'm talking a clinger
Yeah.
from MASH. That's it. Yeah, actually, after today, it's not so bad. So, Carmen, let's go to lunch tomorrow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Like every woman in my life.
I'm hungry today.
I have a
Maybe-
feeling you're gonna be hungry tomorrow, Carmen.
Oh,
Are you,
really?
are you hungry today because you were like, I can't eat anything so I can get into this dress today?
No, I ate all the leftover pasta
Oh,
yesterday.
Oh, man.
Well, I lost those 2 pounds, so I thought I
Yeah.
was doing good.
Just
Yeah.
fill it back up.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It really is.
Covered in marinara sauce.
Can I,
God, it's so hard to be skinny.
I know,
can I
right?
tell you something?
Ugh.
I ate leftover pasta last night too.
Yeah, right? It's delicious.
No. I got double pasta. My wife made pastina,
Oh.
and I found it left over in the refrigerator, and I'm like, ooh, I'm crushing that. And then last night I was like, I'm not even really that hungry. And then my wife whipped up some pasta for dinner, and I'm like, I'll go double pasta.
No, pasta's so good.
It's delicious. Why is it so fattening?
Well,
Yeah.
you know they have that other pasta, the stuff that's like 0 carb. Have you seen that? No, have you tried it or not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've tried it.
Get out.
Some of it's not bad. Some of it's like it depends on what you're making. You know what I mean? Some of it's really not bad, and then some of it's awful. Like what's the one they make out of like artichoke hearts or something? That's
Oh,
they like really crazy with
Well, the stuff that I got, it actually comes in bags and it's like watery. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Oh,
sealed
yeah.
bag. Yeah, you have to kind of wash it off. It's weird because it's almost like ramen noodles.
yeah.
But I forget what it is. But it's like, I mean, low fat, low carb, all that stuff. And I made some ground turkey meat, and did a little bit of that. Tasted the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you I also because sometimes it's not even like the pasta taste, the feeling of pasta. Those
Yeah.
zucchini noodles are fine. The zucchini noodles will give
Oh,
you
yeah.
the spaghetti feeling. You know
I
what I mean?
love those zucchini
Yeah,
noodles.
they're not bad at
Yeah.
all. You know what I mean? There's plenty of options to eat, but my wife one time was really trying to find a good. She would serve it to us and not tell us, and we knew we were about to eat something that was not regular. But when we ate those, it was heart of palm, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and my God, me and the kids at the same time. Went,
Yeah.
They're
spit
like
it back out.
sour.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
here
my
it is. Okay, so this is what, because I ordered it on Amazon. This is organic konjac noodles, vegan, low-calorie food,
Wow.
fat-free, keto-friendly, zero carbs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell it's made of, though. I probably should know that before I eat the stuff. But this has
It's Chinese people's fingernails.
Yeah.
this has zero calorie or zero fat. It has 2 grams of carbohydrates. It has 0 sugar. And where is it? 5 calories
Oh.
per serving.
It's great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, listen, it's not Don Tenor, whatever.
Don
your-
Rigatoni.
Yeah,
Don
yeah.
Rigatoni.
Yeah, but it was good. You know, if you're making pasta and you're making like a sauce with some meat in it and stuff, it tasted okay. But it definitely looked like ramen noodles. But you know, it works.
I like ramen. Carmen, there's a website. I wish I could remember, but there's a website where you can buy.
FattyMcGee.com.
Yeah, you can buy like European pasta, so it doesn't make you feel as bloated when you eat it.
Doesn't have.
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Ah.
Why don't you buy that pasta?
But it's expensive, Spanish, and it doesn't get delivered to my door.
Only
I order
fans.
it.
Only fans.
Oh.
Only
Only
fans. Oh.
Carmen used some borax and
Yeah,
make some
that's right.
pasta.
No.
Carmen, if you had an OnlyFans, you could do a wish list and you could put pasta on your wish list.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying
Dear Lord,
not
why
to
did I?
be-
Why
Yeah.
wasn't I born with a vagina?
Do the mukbang.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know. But yeah, but that's how I get fat.
Yeah.
No,
Yo.
do the healthy mukbang.
Nobody wants to see that. You got to go Nikocado.
Salad.
I just reserved healthymukbang.com.
Carmen, just do the regular bang.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make-
Carmen, you know the trick where if you eat your pasta the next day, it's half the calories?
I did that. That's what I did yesterday,
Hey,
and,
how about-
and I gained 3 pounds.
Well,
How about Carmen? You and Chad make a OnlyFans porno, and then Chad watches it with all his
That'd be
nerdy.
so into it.
so weird.
Hey guys, hold on. Watch this. Watch
Yeah.
this. Watch this.
Look what I do. Look what I do. Look what I do. Yeah. Check that out.
I know right across from the Hooters up here, they're building mandolas.
Mandolas?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not safe.
Like right across from Hooters.
Oof. Look. I had to have a conversation with myself, and I sat down and I said, "Listen to me. You gotta stop going to that Hooters." And I'm good. I haven't gone to Hooters in a long time.
I know.
And the last time I went to
You want to go
Hooters,
tomorrow?
last time I went to Hooters with Spanish and Joe and my son, and I ordered a salad, and my son looked at me and he goes, "You okay?"
Yeah, he did.
He goes,
he
"You
did
on diet
actually
or
say, "Are
something?"
you
He was
okay?"
like, shocked.
I could
Yeah.
never order a salad at Hooters.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's,
like
You know, that
Exactly.
salad
Fried
at Hooters.
chicken on
Yeah.
it.
No, I didn't. But I mean, even a grilled chicken Hooters salad isn't the healthiest thing.
That
in the
Hooters
world.
is tough because if you ever get caught at that light, you can smell the chicken
Yes.
wings like
yeah.
from there. And then you just want to pull it in.
It's like the cartoon. It comes out and
Oh.
grabs you by the nose.
100%. Like that light is the worst.
Yup, I know. That's my Starbucks. So whenever I'm over there, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I never cross that road.
It's such a happy place.
Leads to bad things. All my life, I wanted a Hooters to be close to me. There's never anywhere that I lived, except when I first moved here, and they had the beautiful one in Newport Richie, and I can go and see Gina Weaver serve hot dogs, serve hot wings. That was the only one that was kind of close, but I didn't have any money then, so I couldn't go. And I also wasn't 21, so they used to card me all the time, and then they wouldn't serve me. Which just sucked because I had a girlfriend who had a really good fake ID, and they used to serve us, and she used to drink, and I couldn't.
Oh,
That one's
wow.
the best one, right on the water.
Oh, so my brother takes his boat there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
And now you manifested a Hooters right by your house now. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the boat to Hooters because I don't want to try to get out of the boat in front of all those Hooters girls. I
Oh.
just feel like that could be a problem.
So embarrassing.
You got to climb that ladder. There's a ladder you got to climb up.
Don't slip
Oh,
and
that's
fall.
fine.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Oh, I'm quite the climber.
you slip and fall though. You hit those
Yeah.
barnacles. Then not only are you
that's
getting
bad.
out of the water wet, now you're wet and bloody. It's just
When
bad.
we go to scalloping 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks
Yeah.
ago, my foot
You
still
didn't
hurts from
go.
climbing the ladder. Oh. Dude, the hardest part was getting up that ladder, man.
That's tough. Did your brother help you get back onto the boat? Like reach his hand out to grab
Joey
it?
Deeb did.
Yeah,
he,
that's nice.
He gave me the fist
Yeah.
because he feels my pain. He's
Yeah,
been there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gave you the fist.
They fisted him.
Dude.
Got him right in the boat.
Yeah.
It would have hurt less to get fisted by Joey Deeb than it would have been
Right
to
in the
step on
anchor.
that thing. Oh.
Yeah.
You got to plug it up so water doesn't get in
Yeah.
there.
Protect your
Oh.
aft, man.
I'm sorry. Protect your what?
Aft.
Aft.
Okay, gotcha.
What is this
Whoa.
that they're showing? Is there a corgi run at the at like Derby Lane or something?
Oh, they're not allowed to race dogs at Derby.
No, they're like little corgis.
Yeah.
The worst running dog.
What?
They give those dogs
cute.
tons of cocaine.
No, they're cute. They're really cute, Carmen. But I think that's the whole point is that they're not really fast dogs. So
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
I
Oh,
love
anyway,
corgis.
welcome to the show today.
That lady's fat. She's on TV. It's not so bad, Carmen.
Oh,
Oh
Yo, you're not helping.
Wow.
I'm just saying, it's not that bad.
How fat are you? Listen,
I'm a fatty.
what does the cleavage look like today?
Oh, it's gonna be pushed
Perfect. That's all we need. That's all we need.
up. Okay.
That's it.
Listen,
Nobody's gonna see the rest of your body. You're only gonna be concentrating on your cleavage.
if you were weighing me, I wouldn't be allowed in studio.
Oh, man, get it
whoa.
together.
can't they do that thing that they did with Paula Abdul on her video where they just make you tight?
Yeah.
Put the cat in there?
Yeah, no, like
Oh.
they thin you up.
I think
you know, they
AI can
stretch
do
it.
that.
Yeah. Instead of stretching it, they push it together. Carmen's gonna be 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Listen, Carmen, thank you for making me look good today.
Was
You're
it, is it
welcome.
more TV? That's where you're going?
Maybe.
Yeah.
More food.
Carmen's putting more and more TV.
You know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna
More-
need more TVs to see her.
More feed me. Oh, Carmen. I'm
Is it-
sorry.
It's okay. Listen, at least I'm realistic about it. At least I'm not like shying away from it. I know it, and I'm going to the gym.
What
and
if I
I'm
see you and I
working.
think that maybe it's not a good idea?
Please tell me to go home.
All right. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, make Gio do it.
Do me a favor, Carmen. Send me a nude during the break,
Wait a
and I'll look.
minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
That's not. You don't need a nude to see that.
I think so. I think that's the only way to judge it.
You can tell that I'm fat without.
I think, I got to be honest with you. I think this is just the season for that. You know
What
what I
do you
mean?
mean?
Everybody goes
Fat
hard
season.
to try and be skinny for summer, and then once it kicks in, everybody gets fat.
Yeah.
Because everybody's saying that. Everybody's like, oh, I gained so much weight. I gained so much weight.
I thought
blah, blah,
winter was when you get, because the holidays,
Right.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's cold.
Well, you got more clothes on.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying because you lose all the weight for summer, and then the first trip to
Yeah.
the beach, that first weekend of summer,
Yeah.
you go, and then you're like, all right, whatever, yeah.
Just real quick, did anybody lose weight for summer?
No,
Was that,
no, not
did
at all.
that happen?
Hypothetically,
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
Crying.
Yeah.
So you basically you just gained more weight.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
fat, and then
Yeah.
you gained more weight.
Yeah.
You talked about it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you gained more weight.
Gotcha.
We got
gotcha.
Taco Bell for breakfast, or what are we doing?
Carmen, can we go to Mexican lunch tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
I'm going to buy one margarita and put it in your
Whoa.
Oh,
I don't think that's where the margarita goes.
There's not a lot of women who do that margarita dance that should be doing it. There's some, I get it for the fun of it, but there's some of them doing it that I'm like, that's not turning anybody on.
yeah, there's a lot
That makes
of
me want to
that.
buy you water.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like nobody's being honest with them.
Yeah, there's a TikTok subreddit that has like it has a lot of the hot girls, but then it just has like a lot of the average people that do the TikTok dances and trends where you go, man, oh man, people really just they want to just put themselves out there with humiliating dances.
I'm amazed on Instagram, and I don't know whether it's TikTok stuff that they put on Instagram, but you know, the like the little short reels.
Yes.
Like if you're scrolling down, it's not necessarily people that you follow. It just pops up in your timeline. And I saw one the other day, and it was just like kind of a fat old housewife, and it was some song playing, and she had her boobs stuck in like, you know, those plastic containers you put like cereal in.
Yeah.
She had like her boob stuck in there, and then I mean you can totally see it, but it's in plastic, whatever. And then she takes it out and puts her dress up and like looks dumb at the camera, and that was it. That was the whole thing. And I go, why am I getting this?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much
We're
Yeah.
doomed.
to
So
go
weird.
viral.
Yeah.
So weird.
I don't get it either. I watch them and then I
Yeah.
just go, okay.
Well, that's like as a thought experiment. That's what's so crazy to me is I actively know these are ridiculous and I can't believe people are doing them, but I cannot stop watching for hours.
I can tell you right now, ladies, if you want to show your boobs, two things you can do:
DM me.
cover it with whatever kind of netting that you
Yeah.
want that you can see right through, or feed a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you feed a baby, you can show everything.
Yeah.
But only your baby.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I
you
want
know.
to put
I
that
didn't
out
have
there.
no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
ID
not-
these kids. I don't know.
Do not feed other people's babies.
Oh, not
Why not?
necessarily true.
Yeah. Children are
right.
starving all around the world.
All right, let's get this show rolling today. It's Tuesday. Dom's going to join us in the 8 o'clock hour to take your legal calls this morning, fresh back from Hawaii and vacation. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to talk to a guy named the Blowfish. Do you know this guy?
Yes.
Tom the Blowfish Herd. Do you know who that is?
I do. Do you know what you have in common with him?
We're both ugly. No, I don't know.
He's a bass player.
Oh, he's a metal bass
Yeah.
player. Yeah,
Oh.
he's a real bass player. He is a marine biologist. You might have seen him on his shows on now. So he's a marine biologist, but he's also like a dude. He's like a regular dude. and those guys seem to get further, certainly on television, than they do maybe in the marine world. I don't know, but like people enjoy watching what they feel like is an average person, and he's cool. He does cool stuff, and I got questions for him about the submarine that exploded. I got questions about these deep animals that we never get to see underwater, and we'll talk to him a little bit later on about his new show. What else? We got a ton of tickets to give away this morning. We'll start doing that with Sporkle when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the
It is 6:47 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Look at Charlie Belcher. I put up a thing yesterday on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show, which, believe it or not, some of you are still not following, which really bugs me. You'll see our Instagram numbers grow gradually because we're not the kind of guys that buy followers. I'd rather it just be a realistic number. God knows my Twitter is at like 100 grand or 90 something grand, and I would say half of them are fake, and that's just Twitter being Twitter. But I'd much rather talk to the real audience. But anyway, I put up a thing yesterday. I got in my feed a picture of Christopher Cross, the singer, I like the wind, that guy. Yeah. That guy. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
And I looked at him and I go, he kind of looks like Charlie Belcher. And then I was like, he kind of looks like Jack Black. And I thought, he's the perfect of both. He looks like Jack Black and Charlie Belcher had a child.
Well, but did you ever see the thing that he is the only guy to look like both guys from Tenacious D?
That's funny. I forgot about that.
Because he looks like Jack Black when he's younger and looks like Kyle when he's older.
I'll tell you, I watched that Wham documentary, and all my life I thought, I defended Oates a bunch of times, but because people were like, Hall and Oates, Hall is the band. He's really not. Daryl Hall's the face of the band, but Oates' harmonies with him, and Oates writes songs, and Oates sings songs, and you don't even realize it. Oates is a lot of Hall and Oates. And Andrew Ridgeley, who was in the Wham with George Michael, everybody's like, oh, yeah, that guy, the other guy from Wham. That guy was in the band. He was responsible for the music portion of the band, and he wrote some of that stuff, too. He just happened to be put with a Greek god who was one of the greatest entertainers of that time, but he knew it from the start. He was like, once we started doing it together, I knew he was a superstar. So it wasn't like he just wrote his coattails. They were in a band together, and even he realized this guy's bigger than what we are. But what was the first thing we were talking about? I got confused.
Christopher Cross
and
Charlie Belcher.
John Oates.
Kyle Gass is the luckiest guy in all of. I mean, think about it. He's good at all the stuff he did with Jack Black, but outside of that, when do you know him from? You know what I mean?
He's
It's
done a couple movies.
Right, but you never would be
No.
like, oh, that's that one guy.
Yeah.
He's always the guy from Tenacious D.
But in Tenacious D, he's the better
Sure,
guitar player.
sure.
He's the lead guitar player.
But
and
I'm
stuff.
just
Yeah,
saying-
without Jack Black.
And Jack Black, as he got more famous, he took Kyle and he exposed Kyle so that we can appreciate him and know him.
Even in the Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny, they have where they break up for a little while.
Yeah.
And he goes to a party, and they're like, "You play guitar, do a song, whatever." And he does a song, and he only does his part.
Yeah.
So he's like singing the harmony and stuff. And he's just coming in like every fifth word.
So good.
Yeah.
I watched that show on TV, the Tenacious D show, when it first aired.
HBO, yeah.
And
That was great.
Amanda was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "This show is great," and nobody really knew what it was at the time. And then I don't know how it blew up, but when we had that album, Amanda and I would listen to that album all the time. Like she knew all the words. It was actually a CD, and we drive around and listen to the Tenacious D CD. I don't know what made them blow up. It
I
wasn't
think
a TV
just
show.
underground college,
Yeah,
that type of stuff.
Yeah, but it was
whatever.
like before the internet. was really big. So
Yeah, but it happens.
Because I know when the show was on, none of my friends talked about it in high school.
right,
Because I was in
nobody
high
was
school.
watching it.
But when the band would tour, when Tenacious D would go on tour, all of my friends would go and see them when they came to Fort Lauderdale.
They sell out every time.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
shows. They were just in St. Augustine, and a buddy of mine went. I was like, oh, I would have loved to have gone to that.
They went to Orlando. They played in Orlando one time. And
House of Blues.
at the House of
Oh,
Blues.
I went to
And
that show.
You
Oh, I
did?
wish.
Yeah. So,
It sold out like
Yeah.
instantly.
yeah, Brent went that I used to work with. And remember Meat?
Yeah.
Meat worked at the rock station there, so he had like backstage passes for them, and Brent got to go back and hang with them. But that was the one where he came out and he was like, the Creed guys went to go see Tenacious D, and he's like, Scott Stapp from Creed is here. He's like, Jesus, but sexier.
That show debuted in 1997.
Yeah.
I think it was only a couple episodes. That was it.
Yeah.
Just one.
It was 3 seasons. I
Oh,
think,
was it?
that they
Yeah,
did,
but they were short. They
Oh
were
no,
short seasons.
three episodes.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think it was really
sorry.
short.
So
Yeah.
I watched Tenacious D, but did not watch The Sopranos. Like I thought The Sopranos was trying to bite off of the movie with Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal, where he goes to the psychiatrist.
Oh yeah,
So I was like,
analyze
so they
that.
just made Analyze this, and I watched a couple of minutes of it, and I was like, because I watched a couple of minutes of him with the psychiatrist, and I was
Right.
like, I don't like it. And then the first episode I remember seeing was he takes Meadow upstate to look for a college, and he finds a guy who was in witness protection, and he kills him. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, maybe I will like this show. Yeah, I was late coming to the Sopranos. I watched it, caught up on it because it wasn't as easy to catch up back then. And then right after I caught up on it, HBO called and said, "Hey, we'd like to fly you up to New York to see season 2." And I was like, "Okay." And I was dating Amanda at that time, and I took her up there, and the two of us went. They flew us, put us up at the Millennium Hotel. We went over to the HBO headquarters, went upstairs into their theater, watched the new season 2, where Big Pussy was missing, and then he comes back. And then afterwards, we went to the after party, and the whole cast of The Sopranos was there. I was like, "This is the best thing ever."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, "If
Did
I'm
you
not
just watch like one episode?
yeah, it was the first episode of season
Okay.
2. So 'cause at the end of it, Big Pussy was missing, and you didn't know if he was dead or if he turned, and then he came back. And
Spoiler.
yeah, well, and they showed that episode in the theater, and then afterwards we got bussed over to the Lower West Side and went into this place. It was a party, and then the cast just mingled in, and it was weird because there were probably more people from The Sopranos there than I didn't recognize. Like I took pictures of Paulie Walnuts, and who loved my wife. He couldn't keep his hands off her. I was like, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Yeah.
James Gandolfini.
He's over there like when he went to Christopher's house, going through your
Yeah,
underwear drawer.
yeah. Well, he came over and he goes, and he put his arm around. He goes, "Yeah, come on over here." Because they were taking a picture, and he got up next to her and he grabbed her face and he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "All right, Grandpa, let's relax a little." But there were probably more people from the cast that I just didn't recognize. You know, like I didn't realize who they were. Artie Bucco is there. Tony came in. Gandolfini came in for 5 minutes. He literally walked in the front door with his wife. He was wearing a big winter coat. We were leaving, so Amanda ran into him as we were leaving. He came in. They took a picture, and then he turned around and he left. I think he probably had in his contract that he had to step in.
Yeah.
He stepped in and stepped right out. He didn't. He wasn't even there for 5 minutes. But that was really a great time. And I was like, man, if I don't get laid tonight, I just flew this chick to New York. When we introduced her to all the Sopranos, it was good stuff.
It's kind of sad now. Like all those cast members are starting to drop dead.
Yeah.
They're all just dying off.
I know.
Is Uncle June still alive or no?
Uncle June is alive.
Isn't that crazy?
He heard the big whistle in the sky.
Yeah.
What's crazy is, I watch The Godfather all the time, and Uncle June is such a big part in The Godfather 2 that he's like a different person because he's such a in Godfather he's Johnny Ola, who's
Right.
Hyman Roth's right hand man, a Sicilian messenger boy, but he's such a stumbling, bumbling old guy in The Sopranos. Is totally a different role, but
Right.
such a sweet old man. Kind of looks like a Jew, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I would have said he was a Jewish guy more than he was Italian.
92 years old.
Oh my God! Put him
Yeah.
on the list for next year.
For real.
Holy cow!
Do you hear that whistle?
Too bad because I really would like. I have a lot of things I want to talk about, mostly about Godfather.
Yeah.
And we could not get any of
Yeah.
those questions off because his hearing aid was up too high.
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's give some stuff away, Carmen. What do we have today?
Okay, so we have tickets for Fall Out Boy, All American Rejects, The Offspring, Jay Leno, Steve-O, The Ultimate Country Tailgate, Monster Jam, and Brett Michaels.
Let me tell you why I decided last night for sure that I'm going to see Offspring.
Oh.
My
No,
son,
you're not.
well, I am, because my son came home from Rolling Loud and was so happy, had such a great time, and then proceeded to show me listen, I've done sending him there was a good father. The hard part of being a good father was sitting through an hour of those videos that he had. Like I liked them.
You're a
Jesus
good
Christ.
dad.
How many times I watched a overly distorted Playboy Cardi running around the stage and that's great. Yeah, we watched. He was so happy. We watched all those videos last night. He had such a great time. And then I thought, you know what? This is something he'll remember forever.
Forever.
And I will never, if I don't go see the Offspring now, I'll never get to see them. I'm
That's
just going to go.
probably true.
Yeah.
I think it's a Thursday night or
I don't
Tuesday
care.
night.
I'm going.
I would go to that. I would pay to go to that, unlike some people over there in the corner of the room.
Yeah, I would pay as well.
Yeah,
to go to
'cause
that.
I love
There,
it.
there
For the
are
record,
a
I'm not
few
paying.
shows now that I will go on a weekday or a Sunday or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sunday is Smashing Pumpkins and Rival Sons.
Yeah.
And I want to see Rival Sons, and I probably won't stay for Smashing Pumpkins, even though I just saw them. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I just saw them. I'm fine with
Let
that.
me show you.
Which, which, by the way, I just saw Rival Sons, but want to see them again. And then I think there's is Hatebreed and Terror. I think that might be on a Sunday
That's
as
on
well.
a Sunday night too.
Yeah, it's
I
on a Sunday, but I'm going.
I kind of want to go to that as
Yeah.
well.
I made an executive decision. I'm only going to 2 Pearl Jam shows.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah,
How many
I'm
cruises you got going still? 4?
One cruise this weekend.
All right.
One cruise in October.
Mm-hmm.
One cruise in November.
Wow.
In the November cruise, Bobby's coming, so that'll be fun.
Oh, mamma mia.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my
looking-
brother to go.
I'm looking forward to Bert's cruise. That's going to be fun.
Good, because by the time it comes around, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm not. You guys. Go.
Yeah.
All right, let's give some stuff away with a little sporkle. Here we go. All right, my phone thing still isn't working. I don't
Okay.
think. Galvin,
Yes.
what line are you playing for?
I am going to win today for line 14.
Line 14 is Galvin. Thank you. Spanish.
Line 3, please.
Line 3 for Spanish. Geo.
Line 6, shout out Baker Mayfield.
Whoa.
Let's bake.
Yeah, I like that.
Get baked.
Get baked.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll take line 7. How do you like that? All right. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is the excellent judging skills yesterday. He
Thank
did a
you,
great
Michael.
job. Didn't fall under pressure. He did wonderful. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today's going to be kind of a fun one.
Oh,
Get
as
ready for
opposed to
fun,
the other
guys.
one.
I disagree.
Yeah, not for you, Gio. You're not going to get one. Okay, today we're going to play almost useless holiday trivia.
Holiday.
Holiday.
Holiday trivia. So
Which
I'm gonna ask
holiday?
All of them.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
man.
And it's worldwide.
All
Okay?
right.
So, like I
Gotcha.
said, it's
All
going to
right.
be fun. Okay, your first one. Who was the author of A Christmas Carol?
Dickens.
Galvin. What country celebrates Sinai Liberation Day?
Japan.
How are we spelling it? Sinai.
Sinai. Sinai.
Israel.
Saudi Arabia.
Germany.
Was looking for Egypt.
Sinai?
Yeah.
Is that-
This is fun.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Which Jewish holiday is
Passover.
also Yes,
I just guessed one.
Yeah.
Galvin. What is the name of the Hindu festival of lights?
Dolly. No. No. Damn it.
What is the name of the Hindu
You're married
festival?
to a Hindu
I know.
man.
It's on the
lights?
tip of my tongue.
Ashura.
Trouble.
Stolen Valor.
I know it. When you buzz, let me know.
Buzz.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Buzz.
Diwali.
Diwali.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I
Yes.
said Dolly. Stupid. What's his name? Bald jerk from Miami. Pitbull. Dolly.
Dale.
Dale. No point. What famous magician died on
Copperfield.
Halloween?
Oh, damn it.
Houdini.
Houdini. Yes, Mike.
Who'd you say?
I said Copperfield.
Still alive.
I knew, yeah. I did it before he died.
Very rapey.
Oh, yeah.
What April 22nd holiday was first observed in 1970?
Arbor Day.
April 22nd.
What April 22nd
President's Day?
holiday was first observed in 1970? Earth Day.
Ah.
France celebrates which holiday on the 14th of July?
Independence Day. Damn it.
The Louvre.
French holiday? Bastille Day.
What'd you say?
Bastille Day.
Yes.
Ah,
nice.
If we would have thought of a French
Yeah.
holiday, that would've-
Dude.
that's how you do it? All right.
Oh,
Got it.
Which leader was killed in 44 BC on the Ides of March?
Caesar.
Spanish.
beware.
Ides of March.
What's the only mythical creature in the Chinese zodiac?
Dragon.
Dragon. Calvin.
Kung Fu
The
Panda.
mythical
Yeah.
panda.
Oh, that's-
Don't act like that's a
Yeah.
crazy
Oh,
guess.
that was great.
He knows that kung fu.
The Day of the Dead is a
Halloween?
key
Mexico.
holiday in which Pixar film?
We don't talk
Coco.
about Bruno.
Coco.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Bruno?
No.
It is not Bruno.
Yeah.
Mike.
No.
No, that was me.
Spanish.
It's Spanish.
Hello.
Mike got it wrong. I think. In what modern country is Dracula's home?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Romania.
Romania.
This is fun.
I don't like it.
Calvin.
Not a fan.
Which SNL alum wrote and performed the Hanukkah song?
Adam Sandler.
Mike.
I knew
Now
that
you-
one.
2.
Now you like it. On April 1st, 2008, what video site
MTV.
rickrolled
Oh.
all its viewers?
YouTube.
YouTube. Spanish. What company's Easter candy ads?
Cadbury.
Yes. Mike.
Gotta get my stuff together here.
Funny. And Pat, we're halfway
Oof,
there.
Oof.
Gio has 0. It's as if he's not playing at all. Spanish has 3. Michael has 4. And Galvin also has 4.
All right. There's going to be a lot of mispronunciations happening.
Oh.
This next
All
part.
right.
All right. Almost useless holiday trivia. In what language is Santa called Swahili Mikolaj?
German.
Russian.
In what language is Santa called Swahili Mikolaj?
Isn't that the guy from Thor?
I don't know.
I thought that was a
Swahili.
rapper, sweetie.
Greek.
What is it?
I don't know.
I was looking for Polish.
Nah.
Polacks.
Whoa. Whoa.
Krampus, a Christmas demon,
Germany.
has features of what animal?
Goat.
Goat. Galvin.
Krampus.
Livelidistigrin
Nailed
is
it.
the Independence Day of what nation?
Jeez.
Maybe try it again. One more time.
Okay. Livelidistigrin is the Independence Day of
Sweden.
what nation?
Bolivia.
Netherlands.
Germany.
I was looking for Iceland.
Nice.
Were you?
I was.
We all were.
And
Yeah.
I said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I know I did. On what day of the year does All Saints Day fall?
November 1st.
Mike. Reformation Day commemorates the 95th thesis of what monk?
St. Francis.
Martin Luther.
Damn it.
Spanish.
The other one.
Psalm is the act of doing what during the month of Ramadan?
Fasting.
Geo, on the board.
All right.
Surprised.
Oh,
You
it
do
deals
not
with food.
He doesn't know anything about fasting. The gunpowder plot is associated with which UK holiday?
Gunpowder plot.
The gunpowder plot
Boxing Day.
is associated with which UK holiday?
Fish and Chips Day.
That is Coins Day.
I was looking for Bonfire Night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sounds
I
fun.
love that night.
What band released the single New Year's Day?
You too.
Yes. Galvin. What carol features the lyric, "Born is the King of Israel"?
Silent
We
Night.
Three Kings.
Noel.
Oh. It's Noel.
It's the first.
You don't go by the paper anymore.
I be honest, I was thinking the third Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we don't go by the paper
We
anymore.
do.
That's not what we did
Plot
yesterday.
twist.
You answer.
Oh.
Cheaters.
What city hosts Spain's best-known
Barcelona.
Best known what?
best-known bull running festival?
Pamplona.
Yes, Mike. And Pap. We're on the last three.
Ooh.
Gio has 1 point.
We only have 2.
Spanish has 4, and Mike and Galvin are tied with 6.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. All right.
Noel.
Tight. All right. Almost useless holiday trivia. Last 3. Here we go. Whose birthday is celebrated in India on the 2nd?
Gandhi.
Yes. 2nd of October. Who played Santa Claus in the 2003 film Elf?
Ed
Artie
Asner.
Lang.
Ed Asner. Mike. And your last one. What Thanksgiving item's name is Latin for horn of plenty?
Cornucopia.
Capricorn.
Cornucopia, Michael.
How many is this in a row?
That is
1.
2 in a row.
Oh my gosh. That's a streak.
That is. Street, congratulations.
Joe, final score?
Your final score, Gio had 1 single solitary
Nope,
point.
had 2 Noel.
Spanish had 4, Galvin had 6, and Michael is your victorious champion. He won with 9.
Oh.
Told you it was going to be fun.
I had a ball. I had no idea that I was even close. I thought I was getting crushed. So
I had a
that worked out.
cornucopia.
Yeah, I had a Capricorn of it.
Do you want the extra one?
Yeah.
Hitler.
It was so much fun.
No,
I don't think that's Christmas.
No. What is the name of Punxsutawney's famous
Phil.
Groundhog
groundhog?
Day. Oh.
Phil.
Well, yeah.
Galvin.
Gil?
I won.
Phil.
Yeah.
No.
That was
Yeah.
10 points.
Yep.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in the news?
Coming up in the news today, was he getting fresh seafood, fake fish, and how did Mike do?
Oh, I'd like to hear all of those things. All right, Galvin will have your news when we come back. And don't forget, heart disease and cancer are silent killers. You can get scanned and give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve by getting in touch with Lifeguard Imaging at lifeguardimaging.com. We'll take a break. News is next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the
So can I bring something up before we get to news?
Yeah.
The 2001 Odyssey, I moved here in 1989, and 2001 was there when I got there. So that means it's been there since at least 1989, several years before. I just don't know the opening date. And I've been in there. I haven't been in there in some time, but I was in there a lot in my 20s, mostly for work reasons. And that's the truth. I can count on my hands the number of times that I went there recreationally with my friends and was like, oh, let's go to the strip club. It was always work related. And then after a while, my friend John Desmond was a nighttime manager there, and I was a bouncer in Ybor, and I would get off in Ybor, and I'd go over there, and he and I would eat Taco Bell together in his office. It had less to do about the girls and more about just hanging out. It was true. We used to just sit in the office and look at the cameras of the slugs who used to come in there, and then he'd tell me stories about throwing professional athletes out because they couldn't keep their winners in their pants.
No.
I have only been in the spaceship upstairs, and for those of you people who don't know, maybe women who don't know, the spaceship that you see on 2001 is an actual area
Spaceship,
to go to.
working spaceship.
You never know. It's like Men in Black. At one point, they may need to go use it again.
Sure.
Fire it up. So if you go back by the DJ booth, there's stairs, and you take the stairs up, and you are actually in the spaceship. And on the inside, it's just a round room with little booths. and you get lap dances in the booth to give yourself a little privacy. You know.
Do you know the spaceship was in the Tony Hawk video game? And
Yes.
you could skate off the top of it.
I remember.
Yeah,
I
that's awesome.
remember. So that's the key there. And the only time I've ever been in the spaceship was when we used to do toys for boobs, and I had been there since 4:00 in the morning, and sometime around 10:00 I would go up there and take a nap in the little booth for a half hour when nobody could find me. So that's the extent of my thing. But I will tell you, over the years, I've been there a lot. The idea that they are tinting the 2001 Odyssey is not that big of a deal to me. Like, I can't tell you how many people have sent me the video.
Oh, same, yeah.
Oh, there's a tent on the 2001 Odyssey. It must be all the crabs and bugs. I don't know. The building's been there for at least 40 years. Maybe every once in a while you got a termite issue, or maybe you do have roaches or something, and you have to go. They have a kitchen next door at that bar. Maybe it's just time to clean it up.
It's actually how they get rid of the old strippers.
Oh, yeah.
That's
They
what
just
I'm
gas
talking
them.
about.
Yeah, they just gas them.
Yep.
You're too old, Cindy.
To me, it looked like
Spelled SIND.
it looked like the circus was in town.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I am not nearly as phased by that as I guess all of you sent me the video.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I've seen plenty of people in this neighborhood whose houses have gotten tented before. When I first moved in here, they told me that this house specifically had a termite problem at one point, which was fixed from a company, and now has the termite prevention things in place thanks to my pest control company. So I don't know. I don't know what the big deal was. I guess the people find that funny because there's nudity in there, and oh my god, now they got bugs. And blah, blah. I don't know. It was weird. Stop sending it to me. And it bothers me when you people. Some of I got a reel sent to me this morning that made me laugh out loud. Every once in a while, I'll watch one, but for the most part, we've seen all the ones that you're sending us. So I got one that a girl just sent me. His guy got divorced, and he had to send his wife alimony checks, so he had customized checks made with him and his new wife's face on it.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. It made me laugh.
Did you ever see the selfie the guy did when he got divorced from his wife, and it's in the lawyer's office, and he's giving like thumbs up, and his wife's over his shoulder just looking at him like, you piece of garbage.
Yeah, some of those are good. Some of them make me laugh. But if you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. If you're sending me reels every day and I'm not responding to you, if you just look at our thing and it's just you sending me reels, I've most likely restricted you.
Yeah.
So that I don't even see it when you
So
email
that's
me.
why
Notice-
you don't ever respond to my.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you notice that it's never says the time that I've seen it,
Yeah.
it's because I just delete it.
All right, that's exactly what I do, and it's not. I'm not mad at you. We're just trying to tell you that we've seen them all already. So thank you. We're on the internets too. So, and it took me about 2 years, but people finally stopped sending me tortoise videos. You know.
I can tell you right now, every time I put up a gopher tortoise that I see somewhere, people are like, "Hey, you shouldn't ask Mike about that. Hey, maybe that can be friends with Ralphie." I said, I keep on seeing them out on the trail all the time, so I said, I got to see what these guys eat, like what they like. I'll bring them a little treat or something. The guy goes, "I'm sure lettuce would do fine." I go, "Boring. I'm trying to make friends over here. I'll give them some berries or something."
No, nobody wants lettuce. Give some Skittles.
Every time I post a picture, I also get don't protect it, don't touch it, don't you can't.
molest
Like
them.
I'm just over there, just come here, tortoise.
Oh no, they have to be in water. Splash. I'm saving it.
Like stupid Pete when he did that to me.
Yeah.
I got out of the car in the rain, picked up a turtle that was trying to bite my finger off, carried it to the grass, and then it just sat there on the grass and took it out of the street. And Pete's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "I saved that turtle." He goes, "You can't put it on the grass while it's raining." I go, "Why?" And he's like, "Because they can't walk on wet grass." I had to go out, pick it up, and carry it all the way down a hill to get to the dirt. When I got back, he was just laughing at me. I went, "You son of a bitch."
Can't walk on wet grass.
I don't know, but it wasn't moving, so I bought it. I didn't know.
They are directional animals, though.
Yeah,
Did
What do you
know
mean?
that?
they're going
So-
one way, they're in a
Yeah.
hurry.
Yeah, so if you see a turtle and it's trying to cross the street, make sure you take it the way it's headed.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like, I was just over
Yeah.
there.
Right.
It took me like a week.
If you take it back, it'll just turn around and try to go back. Like
Yeah.
it's headed
Alright.
towards a certain way.
Um,
Fun fact.
I have a guy
Not
who
that fun.
hits me up on social media. He also has a tortoise, so every once in a while he's like, "I got a question," and I'm happy to do that, because I did a lot of research when I got mine. He said to me, "Do you notice that your tortoise is digging more right now?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, I told him, I said, tortoises will dig when they could see. So if I had like a chain link fence and it could see on the other side of the fence, it's like, I'm going over there, and it would dig underneath. And if you don't watch it, they've dug under people's houses and caused damage before. So I was like, no. Well, then when I was away this weekend, Soph told me that he is digging hard, man, trying to get a big hole out there and
To cool off? Or what?
no, just to try and get out. I think it might be mating season.
It's like Shawshank.
Yeah.
Escape.
Time and
Turtle
pressure.
banging.
Sorry, exactly, Carmen.
Salvation lies within.
I think that Olivero had to come over and put a big rock in the hole for me, so I couldn't get in there.
I'm surprised he didn't put a barrel in there.
Yeah, I think you might be looking for a girlfriend, and no, don't tell me to get one because I'm not.
Yeah.
And then I remember the guy who gave me Ralphie said to me, "Look, there's two things I got to tell you. One is that they give off a protein, and it looks almost like white paint, and you'll see it every once in a while on the dirt." Not that it looks literally like somebody spilled white paint in there in the thing, and I see it all the time. And if he didn't tell me, I would be like, "What is that?" And the other thing is that when it's ready to go, its little turtle penis just comes and hangs out of the shell. It looks like he's dragging a snout.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something when you see that for the first time, you're like, oh my God, something fell out. And you're like, oh yeah, something fell out. I get it.
So you're not going to give him a girlfriend, huh? Just going to
Listen.
let him die alone.
Dude, I'm telling you, one time I was in the living room and I heard, hey, 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 hey. And I go, what the hell is that? Just rhythmic, hey. And I opened the door and I looked, and there was Ralphie, the tortoise, the 90-pound tortoise, up on a plastic planter, like a plastic flower pot, and he was just banging the and making that noise while he did.
Can
And
you get tortoises fixed like you do dogs?
Oh.
I don't think so, Carmen. There's no need for it because he doesn't have it's only like one time a month. And he'll just pretty much hump anything that looks like it might be a tortoise. So
I know how that
he's
goes.
good. Yeah.
Wait
What?
a minute.
Yeah.
You ought
So-
to get it a sex doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Sex
did.
turtle.
I think the
Flower pot.
was good
Yeah.
enough. Maybe I can get a Siamese cat to go over there and give it a massage.
Every time I go to Busch Gardens, the tortoises are banging.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why
That's
not?
weird.
That makes
Yeah.
more tortoises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen animals at Busch Gardens.
What?
Where do you see them?
Animals at Busch Gardens?
Yeah.
They're
Like,
everywhere.
The whole park is animals.
no, the whole park is rides.
Mm-mm.
You haven't been to Busch Gardens in
You're-
a long time.
Might be in a different spot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen like when you go on the safari ride and you see those animals. But like, where do you see tortoises?
Like right on the path.
I think you're right, Gio. I haven't been to Busch Gardens in a long time.
They have
Like,
like a reptile
There's
paddock.
like literally a ride where you just float over
Yeah.
the whole park and you see the animals.
I'm due. I'm overdue.
Yeah.
I really am. My daughter's like, I've never been to Busch Gardens. I'm like, yes, you have. And she's like, no, I haven't. I go, yes, you have. I go, but that's how long it's been that you don't
Yeah.
remember.
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta take.
Lots
I
of
gotta go.
animals.
I think I'm just waiting for the weather to change a little.
Years back, I got my son an annual pass for
Yeah.
Busch Gardens because him and his friends would go over there, and I think he used it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? It probably cost you the same amount of money.
I think it was. I
Yeah.
think that was the deal. It was like, get in once and have the annual pass, and did it. But yeah, maybe twice.
For residents, that makes so much sense.
Busch Gardens is great. It's so damn hot outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that I went to Busch Gardens in Virginia before I went to the one in Tampa, and that one was pretty awesome when I
Yeah.
was a kid. They had a really good Busch Gardens in Virginia. So my mom took us to Virginia, Colonial Williamsburg, and then there was the Busch Gardens and a water park over there. Those three things. That was like one of the best trips I've ever been on.
Colonial Williamsburg, my parents took my brother and I when we were younger, and I still remember to this day.
Yeah.
The ghost tours that they do, we got to make bricks. They do the Civil War reenactment.
Oh, you guys are nerds.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, they all dress up like that and they walk
It's
around.
crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. All right, let's get into news. It is 7:29 on the Mike Calta Show. Galvin, let's do news. Here we go.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Don't forget, it is tax-free season going on over there right now, so you can get yourself some good deals. Also, happening right now, buy one, get one 50% off on brands like Blowfish, Skechers, New Balance, and more, so you can get a few pairs and save yourself some money. Also, $10 off your purchase of $75 or more, which is nice. You like saving money. Stop in there, check out their new foot scanner, get all the details about your feetsies so you make sure you get the perfect fitting shoes. That way you're not going to walk around with any foot pain or knee pain or back pain or anything like that. They have the foot scanning technology. It emails all your information to you, and then they have it on file. So whenever you go in there, they go, yeah, this is the perfect fitting shoe for you.
Can I help you? Yeah, I'm trying to get the details on my feeties.
Yeah. Tell me about my feetsies. Pelts has 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Pelts shoes, get them at Pelts. So we didn't really talk too much about this. We talked a little bit about it, but Carly Russell is the Alabama woman who reported missing after a 911 call to report a toddler walking along the interstate. Remember that whole story?
Yep.
She reportedly fabricated the whole story,
Yeah.
according to her attorney, which everyone knew.
Everyone
knew,
Yeah.
but now it's official.
Why? Do we know what the motivation was?
Well, the sad thing is that there were so many people involved who took this thing seriously, said the Hoover police chief. Hoover Police Department held a press conference addressing the public regarding Russell's disappearance and the efforts to find her. Russell's attorney delivered a written statement to investigators on her behalf. The statement offered an apology for Russell's actions, but failed to provide any reason for the fabrication.
Yeah, I wonder if people are just so starving for attention, or like I wonder sometimes if their action is a result of another person's action. Like if they said, "Look, we kidnapped your kid, and if you don't go do this, we're not going to." And they go, "All right, like I always wonder because you see that in movies all the time.
Well,
'Cause
remember
there's no
she-
logical explanation
Right.
for stuff. But I'm sorry, Carmen. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, remember when they did her like search history, they found that she had like Googled taken and child abductions or something like that.
Are you so dumb that you don't know that detectives are going to search that
Right?
stuff? Like they're looking, like if you're legitimately lost, or taken or something like that, they're looking to see if you had any interaction with somebody who may have taken you or what the situation is. But if it's right there on your search history, they're going to go, oh, yeah, she faked the whole thing.
Well, not only that, but people are so dumb that they believe that Snapchat, your messages really disappear and the police can't ever get them ever again. You know what I mean? Like it's so.
By the way, they have a whole division with police and FBI that go in and forensic and, know all the different stuff, tricks with your computer and phone. It could be soaked in Coca-Cola. And they're like, no, we got it. It's fine.
Next thing you know, they'll catch you in a sting where you're trying to meet a young boy for sex.
Gotta be careful.
Then you get engaged.
I wonder if this is one of those cases where like the lie just got so big that she was like, "Well, I'm in it now, and I just have to see how far I can go." Yeah,
that's very possible. That like nobody's gonna believe I made all this up. It's
I was gonna say, but like, how far do you take it? Like, she pulled over to the side of the road. She went to a hotel. She hid out for 2 days. You know what I mean?
Because that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's another factor we don't know about. Maybe there was something else she's running from.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and it would be better off for people to believe that she was missing. I think maybe there's more to the story, Carmen.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
There has to be, or else she's just nuts.
Yeah.
I think she's just crazy.
Yeah.
How about
because
this?
even her boyfriend came out and was like, she was definitely kidnapped, and like.
But then they have a GoFundMe.
He could be involved in it too, or maybe that was the motivation.
Well, I know they got money because I remember reading yesterday that they were saying they were trying to see if they could get people refunds because a bunch of people were giving them money for this kidnapping, and it turned out to be all a lie.
People love to give money.
That's it. You know what though? If you have like a guy who's been fired he didn't want to make a cake for a gay couple, and people give them money, that's just them siding with his beliefs. So they're like, give him money. But when you have a case like this, half of it is people feeling bad, and I don't know what the other half is. Like, is it all people who just like are too dumb to realize? Like, we knew right out of the way we're like fake news.
I feel like it's when people see these types of stories because they pick up so much steam. You get to then say, "Oh, I not only do I know of the story, but I got to donate as well.
Yeah.
I was a part of it."
Yeah.
Most people don't go very far past the headlines either. Like
crazy.
they don't like dig in to see what's really going on. They just read the quick headline or like a brief, something on Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know. I care a lot less about headlines and stuff. Like when I read and I go missing, I go, okay, good for her.
But I think that has something to do with our job. Because,
Probably.
We look at headlines all the time. So, like, when other people see it, I don't think people are involved in news as much as we are.
Yeah.
You know?
What is UPS going on strike for? Do we know?
I think they want more wages,
Yeah.
higher wages.
Hey, I gotta tell you, UPS, you guys better. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you. I know a lot of you listen and drive them, but slowly, Prime is taking over everything. So
I think they want air-conditioned vehicles as well.
I mean, That's ridiculous that they don't have that. I mean,
Yeah.
in honesty, I mean, these poor guys. I saw a video yesterday. Did you see it? The guy goes, I left a note for my UPS driver, and I said, "Hey man, my
Oh,
pool's in
yeah.
the back. Feel
Yeah.
free to jump in." He goes, "It wasn't until I checked my security cameras I realized he really jumped in."
Full uniform, shoes
Yeah.
on and everything, hat and everything, just dove in the pool.
These guys must be miserable riding around those cars.
Yeah, but think
But
about how much
the-
money they saved. The companies save so much money.
So here's
For
the
what?
problem with that. With getting cars without the air conditioning, if you now, what do you have to do? Do you have to retrofit all those vehicles with air conditioning, or do you get new vehicles?
Get new vehicles.
Because-
You move
okay,
those out to the colder states.
Either way, then why don't you just get driverless vehicles?
Yeah.
Which Amazon does. Has a lot of those big trucks that are driverless. Did you know how many of those are actually on the
No,
roadways
I
now?
never
Staggering amount.
noticed.
It's
okay,
crazy.
but what? And so they drive the car robotically, but how do you get the package?
No, I'm saying to
Oh,
deliver.
you just like from one warehouse to the other.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that, but if you're actually delivering to the thing, but they do have those the
Drones.
pod things, whatever. I mean, it's just like the Domino's Pizza has it.
How much
Domino's
could it
Pizza has it where
really-
you go out to the car and
How
get your
dare
pizza.
you expect me to walk down my driveway? How much can it really cost a company the size of UPS to put air conditioners in their trucks?
More
Like,
than
not-
they're
not-
willing to spend.
I mean, not now, like not retrofitting them, but or how has there not been a product that because the UPS drivers told me, we talked about this one time, that you can buy portable air conditioners and bring them in. They said every one of them stinks.
Yeah.
None of them work.
Yeah.
But how does somebody not take advantage of that and go, hey, we have a definite need for a product here. We
Right.
can get UPS on the hook, and then they don't make it.
yeah, it's very interesting.
A chef for Barack and Michelle Obama was found dead near their home on Martha's Vineyard. He apparently died while he was out paddleboarding.
Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton killed him.
I was just saying,
100%.
Maybe he
How
was
many
trying to bang
pounds?
That was
Michelle.
too
Did you see him?
Yeah.
He was good looking. Maybe he
Yeah.
was trying to get on Michelle, and
Or-
Barry put him in a chokehold, threw him out.
Made a couple midnight snacks, saw something he wasn't supposed to see in the house.
Or
Now you
he
just
was,
can't leave.
He was the snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, you hear paddleboard mishaps all the time.
I know, right?
Like
Yeah.
that's a daily occurrence. That doesn't seem weird.
Speaking of being out in the water, the U.S. Coast Guard said it has suspended the search for a missing man who went overboard on a Carnival cruise ship just off the coast of Florida. According to the Carnival Cruise Line, the passenger jumped off the Carnival Elation.
That's it. That's when you stop looking.
Yeah, while it returned to Jacksonville on Sunday, the Coast Guard identified the passenger as a 30-year-old named Jalen Hill.
My wife has always talked about wanting to jump off the cruise ship. So while we're gone this weekend, if it happens,
Oh,
it wasn't
yeah.
me.
No.
It wasn't me.
I
It was
get that.
her.
She's
I
a
get
thrill
that.
seeker.
It
Yeah.
was her. She's wanting to do it. Hey, you jump in the water, you're screwed because you jump in, and even if somebody sees you, by the time they get word to the captain and they stop and turn around, there's no way they're going to find you.
Yeah.
My question is, if you're in the water, like you survived to jump into the water from a cruise ship, and now you're in the water, and let's just say it's not even cold, like you're fine. What happens after you're there for 20 hours and you have to sleep?
Oh, what happens after you're there for 20 hours and you need to drink?
Right, but I'm just saying sleep-wise. Like you can probably survive 2 days without water. But
You're
what happens?
floating on your back and hopefully don't go under. But if you go under, you probably wake up. You hope you wake up. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually I think you just get from exhaustion, you just sink.
Give up.
You can't
Because-
tread water for so long.
If you float on your back, that's going to make curious things come up. I want to see what you are. Take a little nip out
Only
of you.
if you're flailing around.
No,
Yeah, that's what attracts
Yeah.
them, though.
that's attractive. But if you're
Yeah.
a fish underwater and you're like, let me go see what that is.
But
You know.
also, you're not in the just like perfectly calm seas.
Sure.
So just floating on your back is probably not gonna.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if you go in with clothes on, you got to try and like take your pants off or whatever and get air in it
Yeah.
and tie it around you, and
Something,
that's
yeah.
never
Yeah,
gonna.
your
Good
little
luck
wieners
doing
hang
that
out.
while you're in
Yeah.
the water. Yeah.
And everything's all wet.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I did that for in Boy Scouts to take your pants off, tie the knees, and put it
Boy
over.
Scouts, take your pants off. With
Seriously.
the team leader.
They just push you in the water with your jeans on, and that automatically adds 10 pounds to you and starts bringing you down. You take them off, you tie them at the leg, then you grab the belt loops and you roll it over your head, capture the air in there, and then you tie the other thing, and it works. You can float on it, but it only works for a little while. You
Right,
keep
yeah.
doing it. And
Yeah.
what
You
a pain in
know,
the ass. I think I'd probably just be like, first 5 minutes, I'd be like, well,
Yep.
see ya.
we all go on a lot of cruises. We should probably do like a survival camp or something.
Just in case. Yeah, I'm down.
I'm totally down with you doing that.
If you ever see me on the cruise, I'm just wearing my life jacket the entire time. Very safe.
Ah, dude.
I have my goggles. Elon Musk might have some trouble with his effort to change the name of Twitter to X. Seems Mark Zuckerberg's Meta has already registered
hilarious.
the X logo for social networking services. There's no word on whether it's going to be a problem or not.
What an idiot.
Also, a little side note about Elon and Zuckerberg doing the fighting and stuff. We had talked about, who's bigger and this, and I guess this guy's doing stuff. Zuckerberg is now a blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so he's got his blue belt
yeah.
in jiu-jitsu.
I'll still fight him.
So these two billionaires are just in a constant who's got the biggest swinging D contest.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like this is fun to watch. It's like watching your two idiot neighbors on the road beat each other up. You're like, I love it.
I heard that Bezos now is getting into the satellite business, just like Starlink and Elon. And Amazon's going to start putting up satellites to deliver internet to the world.
The other night, I Starlink rocket went up at night. I was like, ooh! I went on the balcony and I didn't see anything.
No.
I even figured out which way to look, and I didn't see nothing.
How about this? TikTok is taking on Twitter and Instagram's threads with a new feature that lets users add text to posts. With text posts, we're expanding the boundaries of our content creation for everyone on TikTok, giving the written creativity we've seen in comments, captions, and videos a dedicated space to shine, according to the company.
Yeah.
I'm over TikTok. TikTok's for kids.
TikTok is for kids, and I don't know. I just don't trust TikTok. I don't trust any of them, but I really...
Wu-Tang's for the kids.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang's for the children.
Oh, children.
Yeah.
TikTok's for the kids.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't. I enjoy it, but I can watch plenty of girls dance on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah. If it's good enough, it gets to Instagram.
That's fine.
Spotify is upping its subscription pricing. The music streaming platform confirmed on Monday that it is increasing its prices in the United States. A subscription to Spotify Premium will now cost $10.99 a month, up from $9.99 since the launch in 2011. The cost of Duo will increase from $12.99 to $14.99.
What is Duo?
If you have two.
Oh, I was like, am I missing out on something?
Family will increase from $15.99 to $16.99. I went on Spotify the other day and it said, "Hey, it's $16.99 now." I said, "Yeah, that's fine, whatever. It's worth it."
Me, I have a family one, and everyone in my family can listen to any song they want in the history of music.
Yeah.
It's well worth it.
At the same time, different ones, doesn't go on your stuff. Student will increase from $4.99 to $5.99. Existing subscribers will get 1 month grace period before the new prices kick in.
I always use Amazon Music through Prime, and I have everything. And I
You don't have everything.
pay
You
extra.
don't have everything because you told me that, and I was like, all right, well, let me go on there. And there was a lot of stuff that I could not get that I had.
I don't know what you guys are listening to.
Well, that I had on my playlist that I
Right.
couldn't get, metal stuff, whatever, but I couldn't get it.
They have a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I would
I've never
say
run into
I
the
would say probably a good 80 or 90%.
Yeah.
But there were a few that I was like, oh, they don't have that on there.
None of you
So-
guys use Apple Music? Am I the
No.
only one that
You're
uses
not.
Apple
Yeah.
Music? Yeah.
Loser.
I was in my
Yeah, I
kitchen.
love
I was in my kitchen. I'm like, Alexa, play me Pearl Jam, and it said, these are songs from Pearl Jam channel, and I played me Pearl Jam, and then the next thing was Soundgarden, and I'm like, no, I don't want to listen to
But
this.
you know what you can do? You know what you can do
Tell it
with
to
that?
play on Spotify.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I
You
did.
say, Alexa, play from Spotify, Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
or
I
you
don't-
can play your playlist. And
They have a lot,
Yeah.
but they don't have everything, and Spotify does because it's reaching into other people's computers. And
Yeah.
if you want to listen to, I was trying to find a song that my teacher used to play from. I was talking about on the air one day. I was like, I bet that's on Spotify. I don't even know the name of it. So I just typed in the lyrics on Google, figured out what it was, put it on Spotify, had it in 2 minutes. 30 years I've been thinking about that song. Found like 2 minutes on Spotify.
What was
it's
the
the best
song?
thing. Oh, I forgot already. It was from a play. And remember I talked to you, it was about freedom, and he came out and he put this song, and I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman singing, but he was so into it. He was like, yeah, freedom. And that stupid song was stuck in my head for 30 years.
Something everyone should look into because I found this out. Amazon was charging me for showtimes. I don't watch it. I didn't subscribe to it. It just automatically enrolled me into it.
What?
Yeah. And it said it was doing this. It was charging me $10 a month, and I just didn't realize it because it was just coming out as an Amazon purchase. So if you go into your Amazon, go look at what you're subscribed to.
Yeah.
Because it was automatically enrolling people
Wow.
into certain things. Yeah.
That's
Sneaky,
good to know.
sneaky.
Sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky.
A woman was found dead in Montana on Saturday after coming into contact with a grizzly bear on a trail west of Yellowstone National Park. The Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks said in a statement that the woman was found deceased on the trail. They said the woman was found deceased following an apparent bear encounter based on what investigators determined were grizzly bear tracks at the scene. The department said the investigation into the grizzly attack was ongoing. Rangers issued emergency closure of the area where the woman was found, which is popular with hikers. The attack comes amid a rise in Montana's grizzly bear population and increase in sightings.
So when I was in Montana, we went to this glacier park, and I pull up, and there's a bunch of people going there. And I pull up to the guard gate. You got to pay a couple bucks to get in. And he goes, "Okay, here you go. It's close at dusk and blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "You need bear spray?" And I go, "No." And I go, "I don't know. Do I need bear spray?" He goes, "Do you have some?" I go, "No." And he goes, "Well, there's bears here." And I go, "Oh, I'm not hiking. I just went, oh, Jesus Christ." So now every time we stop to take a picture somewhere, I'm like, "Is there a bear here somewhere?" Yeah, bear. That's nothing to play with, man.
No, especially because they don't have any natural predators, so they don't kill you before they start to eat you.
And I also wonder, what's the bear spray really doing?
Right, and the good thing is there's no way they could get in your car. Just right through the window, eating your face off. So we talked about this yesterday at the end of the show. We were talking about the Buccaneers and how you think they're going to do this year with their season and stuff.
Right.
Well, later that day, USA Today put out their NFL predictions for the upcoming season.
By the way, I said that they would win more than 10 games. And Gio was betting against me, and Ian Beckles texted me and said he will absolutely take the under on that.
Yeah, he also said he would front me the money if we wanted to go. He said, "I'm with you. I'll front you the money right now."
So you said they would win more than 10 games. I think you were.
I said they win at least 10 games.
Yeah, I think you actually said 12,
12
and then we wound up at 11. You said the over would be. But anyways, would you like to know the predictions here?
Yes.
They say, would you like to know Bucks first?
Yes.
They say the Bucks this year will go 5-12, which I
No,
believe is
that's
exactly
that's
what
come
Gio said.
on.
5-12.
Sounds about right.
They're not
NFC
baked.
South. NFC South. They say the Saints will win the division at 9-8.
I think you guys are way overestimating the Saints.
They have AFC West. They have the Chiefs winning with a 10-7 record. The AFC North, the Bengals 12-5. By the way, they have the Steelers at 11-6. I'll take that. AFC South. Who said they were going to be good? Jaguars with a record of 10-7. AFC East, Bills at 13-4. NFC West is 49ers at 11-6. Same with the Lions, who Gio said would be good too. NFC North 11-6 for the Lions. NFC South is the Saints, like I said, and then the NFC East, they say the Eagles will be 12-5.
Okay, so Jaguars have what's his face, a quarterback, the kid from Clemson, right?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Going into his third season.
Yeah, this is probably where he's going to have the best season.
Yeah, and they won a playoff game last year.
Yeah, he didn't look too bad.
Just so you know, some of the teams that they say are going to be awful coming in last. One of them is
Cardinals.
the Bucks, 5-12. They say the Cardinals will be 2-15.
Yeah.
The Raiders, now the car is gone, are going to be 3-14. According
Jimmy
to
G is
USA
not going to
Today.
save Las Vegas.
The Colts 4-13.
Gator
Yeah.
quarterback. That's what you get.
Is that
Giants.
who's there? Garoppolo is in Vegas?
Garoppolo's in Vegas now.
To quote Tom Brady, you went with that guy?
Yeah.
You going to stick with that guy?
And the Colts drafted the Gator loser that your son met down at Ybor.
Yeah.
He's not a loser. But
He's
Gator
a big dude.
Florida quarterbacks never pan out.
Yeah.
They say the Giants will go 6-11. They'll be in last for the NFC East.
Yeah.
And it looks like NFC North is going to be a pretty tight race. They have the Vikings, the Packers, and the Bears all going 7-10, with the Lions winning that division 11-6. These are just predictions.
All eyes on New York Jets this year with Aaron Rodgers for New York. That's,
Jets, they say, will actually come in second behind the Bills with 12-5.
that would be very interesting. For the first time, the Jets fans will actually get to enjoy a winning season, and who knows?
Spanish, of course, your Dolphins
Yeah.
are in the what division?
They're in the A South.
The A South.
They know just NFC South.
Right.
Nope.
Yep.
They're in the AFC.
That's what I was
East.
saying.
Close.
No, as I said that.
Which the Bills and the
No.
Jets.
Yep.
They say the
Perfect.
Dolphins 11-6.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
Dolphins are going to be good.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'd be a wild card team.
See, Joe Namath said that Aaron Rodgers can use his number if he wants. I could take it out of retirement and give it to him, and he was like, "No, I can't. I couldn't do that." I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be exciting to watch. You got, of course, that HBO show. What is it called? The
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks is going to be the Jets, which the Jets aren't very happy about. And then what else? There's something else football. Oh, did you see? I wrote it down. What's it called? Netflix has a documentary coming out.
Yeah, I hate it.
A documentary series about Johnny Manziel.
Oh,
Johnny
not that
football.
one. Oh, I gotta watch.
They have the quarterback one right now that they have that has Cousins and.
No, but this one's all about Johnny Manziel, which I think is great.
I
Check it
take a
out.
look at that.
Mental issues will really screw up your life.
I watched the quarterback show and I just realized I hate all three of those quarterbacks, and I can't watch it. I don't like Patrick Mahomes because I'm jealous that he's so goddamn good and he's going to win the Super Bowl again. Marcus Mariota is a loser, and I can't stand to watch him, and it's all depressing because he's not a starter anymore. And Kirk Cousins is a big nerd.
The funny thing about Mahomes is how weird looking he is.
Yeah.
He is not a good-looking guy.
He is not only not good-looking, weird-looking.
And he sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Totally.
Yeah.
Dude, when they had that thing when he
Oh
was
my
talking about
God.
popping bottles
Yes.
and stuff, and then they had Kenny Powers, it was so
They're
great.
the same.
That was so funny.
He's crazy good at football, and I don't like that. It makes me very upset.
Dude, listen to me. Every once in a while, that door opens and somebody pops through, and my family, and it's either my son or whatever. My brother just came in unannounced, unexpected, and I thought for sure I'm going to have to shoot this person. Because all I saw was your head first, and I was like, I have to kill him.
I thought it was your cat
Oh, my
coming back
God.
out.
What did you bring?
McDonald's.
Oh,
Breakfast
God.
sandwiches. Yeah.
What is the
Savior.
what is the
Yeah.
occasion?
You're a hero.
Oh my
A
God!
hero amongst men.
The occasion is Dom's not here.
Yeah.
Dom followed John to Hawaii. Stayed in the same hotel. Did you sleep in your bed? Terrible.
Seriously, my brother went to Hawaii a couple weeks ago, and 3 days in, he's like, Dom's coming, and he's staying in my hotel. They didn't do it together; it just fell that way. But how funny is that? And then John put a picture that I put. He's texted me a picture that I put up on our Instagram. It was Dom in a store wearing a helmet and like Hawaiian clothes, and my brother texted me and he goes, "Wherever I go in Hawaii, this lesbian keeps following me around." And I put it up on Instagram. I thought it was great. Poor Dom. Dom will join us today in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yes, soon.
A man who previously was arrested in April on charges of sexual contact with an animal was arrested again early Sunday morning for
what kind of
trespassing
animal?
after deputies found him near horses with his genitals exposed.
I mean, the guy likes horses.
Around 1 a.m., Adams County Sheriff deputies were dispatched regarding a suspicious person who had been captured on surveillance cameras near a horse barn. Deputies canvassed the area and located Jack R. Blank. He is 39 years old. He was standing near two horses with his junk out.
But
Blank
what are
was
you doing with your junk out? Like you're giving it to the horse?
Well, he's testing the waters.
either he's giving it to the horse, or he's just looking at the horses and doing it, or maybe he's painting an orange like a carrot for the horse. I don't know.
He's being
I don't know
romantic.
if I want to chew on like a carrot.
He was taken into custody for criminal trespass to real property. Blank was taken to the Adams County Jail on a $100 bond. Only $100.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Not too bad. Like a
Is it illegal to watch?
Yes.
Oh,
horse porn.
Say it.
yeah.
By the way, does that guy look like he's doing bad stuff with horses?
yeah,
Yes.
Look at that
100%.
creep.
100%.
Like, is it
Smell
illegal
it
to
from
just
here.
watch that on your computer?
Watch
I
horse
don't
porn?
know.
Yeah.
Like with a lady, you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Bestiality?
wanna-
Yeah,
I mean,
bestiality
My friend
is-
didn't want to watch it with a girl.
Bestiality is against the
But
law.
is it illegal to watch?
Yes.
So it's illegal to do.
No.
Is it illegal? No, it is illegal to do.
Illegal.
Illegal.
Yes, yeah.
Is it illegal to watch?
Yes.
Oh.
Because it's illegal to distribute. It's illegal to.
What do you have?
So
I think it depends on the state, though.
this
In
is
Florida.
crowdsource lawyers.
Uh-huh.
They say that under federal and state laws, it is not illegal to watch bestiality.
Whoa.
Making it, probably, yes.
Yes,
If you're
but this is not
producing.
like a .edu or anything. So
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to be like the Spanish said it was.
But the interesting thing about bestiality is I don't believe it's illegal in all the United States. I think there are some states that it's still
Don't they have the donkey shows in Mexico?
Yeah,
Well,
I would say
that's
most of the
out of this country, yeah.
stuff that I've ever seen, and I'm making a joke. Obviously, I'm not watching horse porn, but I have seen it before. Most of that stuff appears to come from other countries.
Yeah.
and it's
Hey,
not.
and-
It's not exciting in any way.
And also, we came up at the time when you got a computer. somebody sent you that.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
all of it.
yeah.
Like, now, oh, look, I got a computer. Oh,
Yeah.
I got an email from Derek.
And to quote Bert, I felt bad for the horse.
Yeah.
Oh,
A 62-year-old man in Pennsylvania named Clyde Smay was arrested earlier this month after he pulled a gun on an internet repairman. It's unclear what exactly went down, but I guess the repair guy, was about to leave without finishing the job.
Oh, somebody's gonna watch horse porn.
Yeah, Clyde freaked out, pulled the gun, started threatening the guy. Fortunately, no one was hurt. But now Clyde was a convicted felon and wasn't allowed to have a gun, so he was charged for that, along with making terroristic threats, false imprisonment, simple assault, and harassment.
Idiot.
I ordered Spectrum. And, I have Verizon Fios here, or whatever it is, Frontier here, and which has been fine. I have no problem with it. But I was paying $463 a month. I knocked it down to like $116 a month. But then at my other place, I got Spectrum, and the day that they were coming to install it, I go, "All right, Spectrum, here we go. Let's give it a shot and see how it goes." And they were listening, and they were like, "We sent our top guy over just to make sure everything's good. We don't want you bashing us." I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I would probably."
are you just streaming over there, or you've got cable?
So I have cable. I have one box and one TV.
Yeah.
But I don't use it. I just stream. So
Yeah.
when Nate hooked the TV up, he's like, "You're not going to use the box, are you?" I go, "Probably not." So they took the box out, and I just stream it on the app, which is
Yeah, that's the
fantastic.
way to go.
Yeah.
Streaming is the way to go. Also, if they didn't do it, you were going to pull a gun on them.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel that pain.
Yeah.
Like if they came over here and they were like, "Well, we'll be back tomorrow," I go, No. You can't leave it.
Here's some good advice for you before Dom gets on here with other legal advice. If someone hits your car, they say take video of what happens next.
Yes.
If you get into an interaction with other driver on video, it can also help a lot if you're dealing with insurance companies in the future or with the police. And it is legal to record video as long as you're out in a public place.
Do you remember last year on Collier, some woman whipped out of the gas station, hit me in my Stingray car,
Yeah.
and then took off. And I had to chase her to get it. And then she finally pulled over, and I pulled over behind her. And she got out of the car and started screaming at me. And I just rolled up my window and started videotaping her. I was like, I want to get out and kick her in the head, but obviously I'm not going to do that. And I had to call 911, and I had to sit in my car and record every time. I was on the phone with 911, and I'm like, "Can you hear this woman?" And she's like, "Yes." I go, "She's screaming at me from outside the window. She just hit me, and she's yelling at me after I had to chase her." So it's important to tape that stuff because once the cops got there, I never left my car. I never rolled down my window. I didn't do anything. And when the cops got there, I rolled down the window and started talking to him. And he was like, "So what's going on?" Like he heard her side of the story, and I go, "Here," and I just showed him the video, and he was like, "Yeah, Jesus." And I go, "You might want to test her blood."
I saw a video of this lady yelling at this guy in the car, and the other person was videoing, and the guy who was driving was on the phone with the police, and you hear the lady go, "What are you doing? Ow!" And she falls down.
Right,
Oh, I've seen that.
And it's so
Yeah.
fake because the other person videoing, and nothing happened. The
Yeah.
guy goes, "She just fell down. I don't know what's going on." Crazy.
People are horrible.
Yeah.
You know how we hate stolen valor.
Yes. The
You
worst.
know, this guy
Joe.
over here.
Oh,
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
No,
Hey.
come on.
With your
Joe's got
Nazi
Civil
memorabilia.
War
Yeah.
uniforms.
All right.
If you claim to be in the military and you're not, terrible, unbelievable, stolen valor,
Stolen valor.
100%. Well, guess what? Captain Crunch isn't a goddamn cap.
Oh,
What?
No.
Yeah. His uniform has always been wrong. The gold stripes on his sleeve are below his rank.
Oh.
But for the serial's 60th anniversary, they're finally making him a real captain.
What? They're giving him an
They're gonna
upgrade?
give him the stripes.
I mean,
They're
I'm
gonna
be
be
honest
like-
with you. After 60 years, you should be an admiral.
I mean,
Yeah,
after 60
okay.
years, you should be retired.
Admiral Crunch.
Yeah.
Or, quote Maverick, you should be retired or a senator.
Yeah.
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 No, the
Senator
cop-
Crunch. Would it be great if every 10 years they change his rank?
Yeah, it would.
then he gets caught with a different with a trick strap and they knock him down too.
Bust him down to private.
It's a lot of
Corporal
rebranding.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Corporal Crunch, I can't believe I'm saying this. I got to send you a Top Gun. Wendy's just added. Now, I don't know what time Wendy's opens because I know they have breakfast now.
Yeah.
You were complaining about Starbucks not being open until, what, after
Well,
5?
I wasn't complaining. I was just
No,
saying
you're
I noticed
complaining. You're about to
that
pull
they're
the
open
gun.
at 5:30. For those of us who get up at 5, just saying.
Well, Wendy's just added a new line of Frosty Cream Cold Brew.
What?
Coffees, yeah, in 3 different flavors. They have vanilla, chocolate, and caramel. They're replacing the Frosty Chino drink, I guess, that they had, which is
Frosticino.
being discontinued. There's the drinks there.
Yeah.
I went to the White Duck
Yeah.
at the recommendation of you and our listeners.
Delicious.
It was good. It was very good.
Yeah.
I went through and the lady was like, they do something that's very good. I ordered a cold brew and she said, how would you like it? And she showed me a chart of duckies and the duckies went from dark to light. And I was like, I'd like the middle ducky, please. And she's like, no problem. And they gave me my coffee.
I
It
like
was
to
a
go
middle
dark
ducky.
duck. That's
Yeah.
just
Well, you know,
Dark
once you go
duck.
dark duck, you never go back.
You would.
Uh-huh.
Darker
Carmen
my
likes
duck.
herself a big old dark duck.
I'm out. I'm out on that one.
Uh-huh.
Carmen,
No.
listen to me. After you shoot your video, Fat Fatty,
oh wow.
she said it, not
Yeah.
me.
Eh.
You
Gio,
go-
I'm a fat fatty.
Oh,
okay.
no, you're
listen, do you want to become a fat fatty?
Yeah.
Today is National Hot Fudge Sunday.
Oh
Day.
my God! Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
I have to eat one, right?
Right.
I'm already
You don't
fat.
have to.
Yeah.
It's
I
national.
do. It's national.
It's national.
It's a holiday.
Mhm.
It's national.
Ryan Reynolds is bringing back Elf in a series of short promoting brands like Mint Mobile and Ring and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
not the TV show?
No, just the character.
Listen to me. Alf was a funny TV show that was probably ahead of its time. For those of you kids who don't know, Alf stood for alien life form, and he was this weird dog snout-looking alien that lived with this normal family, and he liked to eat cats and curse and be. He was like having a Danny DeVito alien living in your house, and his real name was what? Anybody?
Morty.
Nope. Close.
Lionel.
Nope.
Melmac.
No, it's the planet which
That
he
was
was from was
Melmac.
Melmac. His name was Gordon Shumway. Why do I remember this? I have no idea.
Gordon
But anyway,
is his name.
Alf came out. It was funny. It was ahead of its time. It didn't last very long. Then shortly after that, the father, the very normal-looking nerdy father, was caught smoking crack with naked black dudes
Yeah.
and was on the cover of the Inquirer.
It was wild.
And everybody
What?
forgot about Alf.
Yeah.
And then years later, when people were using 1010 231 to make all their long distance calls, they brought Alf back for the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know
'Cause
who pitched that.
But they brought back a bunch of 80s,
80s,
characters.
yeah. Hulk
is what they
Hogan did one.
Yeah.
And they brought Alf back, and then occasionally you'll see Alf somewhere on something. Alf was funny, but I don't know who now thinks that that's a good idea. Hey,
Ryan Reynolds does.
And I know, but I don't know. I don't get it because Ryan Reynolds was probably even too young to really watch the first run of Alf, and then Alf is only funny if the same guy is doing the voice.
Yeah.
And who was that guy?
Yeah.
He never gets any credit.
I can tell you that Mike loves Elf because it looks like his high school girlfriend mixed with Sammy Hagar. Hey, Willie!
It's true.
Paul Fusco is the voice of Alf.
Really?
Is
Yeah.
he dead?
Never
or is
hear
he
that
alive?
guy. Oh,
He's
alive.
70 years old.
Yeah, I mean, somebody better really work on that because
Yeah.
he's gonna when he,
He doesn't
They
look
don't
good.
AI.
No, but also just like Affleck. You can get somebody who sounds like Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah,
You
but
can
if
get
that
somebody-
guy's only saying Affleck. This guy's gonna be like, "Hey, Willie, let's go eat a cat." Yeah,
I mean, you and I are both pretty close to doing it.
that's true.
Hey,
Yeah.
Willie, let's eat a cat.
I feel like I'm auditioning right now.
Minnie Driver took her son to the beach in Malibu on Sunday, but their day was interrupted by a guy publicly masturbating.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Minnie Driver.
Cops were called, but they took off before the cops got there. I don't know whether your son told you about this, but this happened. ASAP Rocky threw some shade at Travis Scott during the Rolling Loud Miami Festival. He sang a new track where he said, quote, "First you stole my flow, so I stole your bitch. Then you stole my style. I need at least 10%. The first part is about Rihanna.
Not cool.
Yeah.
Don't steal flows.
Shots fired.
Don't steal bitches. Don't steal flows.
Not
But it
gonna be good.
probably sounded like this.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town has debuted at number 2 on the all-genre Billboard
You know
Hot
what?
100.
He didn't turn it up racist enough. You got to drop a slur in there.
That is the highest Jason has ever been on that chart. It's also the 4th highest selling song of 2023.
You know, some guy goes, "I told you, I told you, make it racist." So a couple of things with that. I put up a picture of me and Jason Aldean, and I wrote, "Just two non-racist boys from small towns." And then people went on a series of Staten Island's got 500,000 people. And I'm making a joke. I don't know, and I don't know if Jason Aldean is racist or not. I get the video. I know what they did. But a lot of people are breaking it down now and saying some of that video isn't even from America. Like the video they're using, it's just a video.
Yeah.
The funny thing about it too is I've seen a couple different black guys do the thing where they play the song and review it and talk about it, or just talk about it, and they're like, "How is this racist? What are you talking about? It's not even."
I think the video is
white,
more.
It's white people saying it's racist,
Right. I think the video of him shooting it in a place where there was a lynching, which I don't know Jason Aldean. I don't know if that came into play or if he didn't find out till after, or they were like, "Oh, that happened so long ago. Who cares?" I have no idea.
You know the comedian David Lucas?
Yeah.
He was talking about it, and he goes, and people were saying about that, and he goes, first off, do you think Jason Aldean did the research to find a courthouse where they had a lynching?
Yeah.
And he goes, also, find a courthouse that's been around that long that hasn't had a lynching in front of it.
Right.
He goes, there was bad times where they did that.
The song makes a lot of sense. Like the song doesn't, like I don't get it as a racist song. Then again, I'm not black, but it seems to me the theme of the song is you're not going to get away with that in my town, in my small town. It's like when you tell other people's kids when other people's kids are brat, and you go, if that was my kid, I'd smack him right in the mouth.
But also, the thing about it is the white people that are calling it racist, you're saying that only black people do bad stuff. I mean, you're literally saying that. You're saying that that's why it's racist is because only black people are committing crimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
It's really weird how people allow themselves to get bent out of shape. And then the result is these people becoming more popular than ever. That's why I told you, if you don't like when somebody's not standing for the national anthem, just shut up about it. You'll never hear about them again. You crying about it just made them famous.
That's like the people that used to burn the Marilyn Manson CDs. Did you buy it?
Yeah.
Cool. Good job.
Right. Buy them all. Like people say all the time on Facebook, you came to my Facebook to tell me how terrible I am. Your interaction put me higher on the algorithm, so keep going. I don't care.
If you ever go to the Jason Aldean bar in Gatlinburg, try the nachos. They were fantastic. Not racist. Not
Not
racist.
racist nachos?
Racist
Nah,
Well,
it's too
You
bad.
know what they top it
Make
with?
fun of Mexicans.
Black duck. At least 5 recent Jeopardy champions say they'll skip the Tournament of Champions in solidarity with the striking writers.
Okay.
You're not a writer.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're a
But they're
contestant on a
doing
game
it
show.
in solidarity.
Shut it down.
People have to write those questions.
This is the last week of Tape Jeopardy episodes.
Yeah.
At the end of this week, then it goes into reruns. of
I
Champions.
was reading an interesting post that led me to a Forbes article that was talking about this writer's strike and kind of why the studios don't want to give in is because they would have to reveal their streaming numbers.
Right.
And they don't want to do that
Right,
because
'cause
I guess they're real inflated.
Well, they're real inflated, and the stock prices will plummet when
Right.
they realize that it's not
garbage.
nearly as good as they're saying it was. Smart move for them to do that because they're protecting their business.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's going to hurt. The only people that this is going to benefit are people who are writers who never had the opportunity to break in. They'll be able to do that. I'm telling you right now, I feel like I could write. I feel like I can contribute. I can contribute to writing late night stuff or Saturday Night Live stuff. Like Manson was great at coming up with skits and writing skits. I'm not that guy, but when you start writing it, I can come in and punch it up and throw some jokes on it, and I would do that in a second. I feel like a lot of people who always wanted to do that are going to get an opportunity with this writer's strike. I think that
You get banned.
no,
now.
you get banned when they come back. Like Shane Spencer crossed the picket line when the baseball players went on strike, and then when the strike was over, they kicked him out of the Players Association. They were like, "Nope, you crossed the line."
Scab.
But he was scab. But he was like, "Listen, I waited all these years to play. I finally had an opportunity, and then I came in the major leagues and I kicked ass, and I'm doing good, and I could do good for your team." And other players had to go to bat for him to get him back in, and he ended up having a great couple of years as a Yankee.
How do you feel about this perspective? So now let's say a lot of new people that aren't in the industry want to break in and they start writing all these skits and they start putting them on social media to gain, notoriety. Now those media companies own all of their skits and then they use AI and then create things in the future based on all this new stuff that people are trying to break in
I am
with.
not saying that all the things that the writers are fighting for isn't worth it at all. What I'm saying is that there's too many people wanting these jobs that it gets very dangerous. Like there's a lot of good writers out there who have never gotten an opportunity to write, and all they have to do now is go, I'll take that chance. I'll take that opportunity. And that's how it's gonna go. These companies will not lose that much money for a long amount of time. They're either going to settle or they're going to start looking outside of what they're used to doing to keep these shows on television. These late night idiots, they don't write their own stuff. You know what I mean? There's very few people that go out there. I mean, think about it. We do 4 hours a day of talk for 5 days a week, and nobody writes anything for us. People say to me sometimes, they're like, well, when you guys write out the show, you think we're reading off a script right now? We're winging it for 4 hours every day. Games, we're coming up with ideas. We're talking about things. We talk about one story and end up talking about it for a half hour. It's why we're late today as it is. Those things just come naturally.
Galvin slams fist down and says, we don't write stuff. Oh, wait, I read the stage direction. Damn it,
man, get it right.
Damn it.
These late night talk show guys come out, they have 12 minutes to do their monologue. Then they have commercials. Then they have their first guest. Then they have their second guest. Then they have their third segment. The show's over, and they wrote none of it. Or
Carmen
they had contributed
admits
to it.
she is fat.
Fat,
Segment
fat,
one.
fatty.
Wow.
Segment 1, fat, fatty.
Yeah, punch it
Huge
up. Make it
success.
something funnier. Fat, fatty. That's funnier.
Oh, man.
Talking about the writers, The Rock made a 7-figure donation to the SAG-AFTRA Foundation Relief Fund.
I think that's great
Yeah.
because he has
knows.
the money.
And he knows if I don't have those
Yeah.
people,
Yep.
I can't make these movies where
He's
I get
somebody who
$50
needs it,
million
yeah.
for one movie.
And he should take the money back from whoever wrote that Black Adam movie.
Oof.
I watched a little bit of that again. That
I
movie
watched
was
it twice.
awful.
You know, it was bad, but the second time I watched it, I liked it more than
It
the
was
first
awful,
time.
and can I tell you, he was awful.
He's been, I don't, the whole thing where all of a sudden he just gives up his powers, I was like, that's where
But
the whole
also,
thing lost me.
he's like, "What's up? I'm Black Adam." They're like, "You're not. You don't even sound like you came from the Greek gods
Yeah.
or the old Egypt. You just sound like The Rock."
Yeah.
What would we say is The Rock's best movie
Tooth
he's
Fairy.
made?
Jumanji.
Fairy.
Yeah, like I don't even know one.
Central Intelligence.
Him and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
It was good.
That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
What's a movie without Kevin Hart that The Rock did that was good? I like the one with him and Stifler, and that's not my favorite, but that one,
Walking Tall?
No, the Rundown,
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the
rundown.
rundown.
where The Rock was on the most steroids I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I have to run that. Walking Tall was,
I liked him in that Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah, he's good in the Fast and Furious stuff.
Moana.
Moana
No,
might be his
Moana.
most successful one.
Yeah,
What
But it
else?
wa-
I feel like we're missing one.
I think they're making a live action version of that
Oof.
with The Rock.
Oh, man.
Moana?
Yeah,
They're gonna ruin it.
Yep.
I hope they make The Rock black in this movie.
I liked the movie Rampage that he was in.
The monkey movie?
I did like
oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
did like
dumb.
Monkey
it.
movie sucked.
Yeah.
San Andreas sucked.
No,
Walking
you're
Tall
crazy.
sucked.
San Andreas.
Baywatch.
Yeah.
Baywatch.
Baywatch
Baywatch
funny.
is good. Baywatch I like.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
what his
second
I don't know
one.
what his best movie was, but
Jumanji.
Jumanji might be his
Jumanji
best
was
But
movie.
that
I
has
liked
Kevin
it.
Hart in it.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
Jack
That's
Black,
true.
that was the first ensemble movie with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
The movie with him and is it Mark Wahlberg when in Miami in the 80s? That was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Pumping Iron or
yeah.
whatever.
No, Gain and Pain.
Yeah,
or
that's
something,
what it
whatever.
is.
The Other Guys, which he
Oh,
was
yeah.
in just a little
That's
bit though,
right.
but that was he was pretty funny in there. Let's see. I'm looking at some of the other ones.
Hercules.
Fighting with My Family. Red Notice, that terrible one with Ryan.
That
Reynolds.
was terrible.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, so
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
He's not a good actor.
no.
Speaking of actors who won't be doing any more acting, the cause of death for Julian Sands, who I had in the death pool, but then we took him off because you guys are jerks. The cause of death is listed as undetermined due to the condition of his remains that they found out in the mountains there. Yeah, so they couldn't really tell what the hell happened
boy.
there.
That's tough.
why I
And then
never
finally in news, I have the according to Variety, these are the top 20 best war movies of all time.
Oh,
Do you want
number
to take a
one?
break and come back, or
Well,
when's
is Dom in the
Yes.
studio?
Oh.
Is Dom there, Carmen?
He is not.
Okay,
He's in the
so
building.
He is.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go through this and then take a break.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fine.
All right, so the best war movies ever made according to Variety. I can tell you there's some you're going to have no idea. You're not going to get them, but there are some, obviously, that we know that are on this. I have the top 20.
In the top 3, Saving Private
Gotta
Ryan
be number
has
one.
to be in
yeah.
there.
I would have
Top
said
3.
Saving Private
Yeah.
Ryan, too.
You're saying Saving Private Ryan in the top 3?
Gotta be the top
best
3.
movie ever.
Number 1.
Yeah,
Number one.
of course.
1998, Saving Private Ryan, number 1.
Fury.
Sniper.
Slow down, everybody. Who said what?
I said Fury.
Fury, not in the top 20.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now comes in at number 4, Joe. 1979.
What about Full Metal Jacket?
Oh yeah.
top
Full
3.
Metal Jacket comes in at number 2.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're missing number 3.
Number 3, you will not know. I doubt it. Joe, you may have been there. 1937, The Grand Illusion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know that. What's some of the other ones?
What
Silent
about,
on the Western Front or whatever.
Silent on the Western
Is that what
Front?
it is?
All
Quiet.
Quiet
Yeah.
on the Western Front. The original, 1930, comes in at number 14.
The one with Bradley Cooper. American Sniper.
American Sniper, not
Not
in
a war movie.
The time, certainly.
How? Oh, wait.
They were at war.
No. Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
I'm
Calvin.
sorry.
Yeah.
I-
Clarify that.
I mean,
American Snipers, where he was killing people.
Yes.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
bad. Like Kyle.
The Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker, which is a great movie, comes in at number 11.
Oh,
2008.
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk
Oh,
Down.
yeah.
Not in the top
What?
20. It
Platoon.
was a great movie. Platoon, Joe, yes, number 13, 1986, Platoon.
Top Gun.
Top Gun, no.
That's garbage.
Not a war movie.
No,
It was
not
not
a war.
wartime.
What,
Yeah.
what was the Michael J. Fox movie where?
With
he-
Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Line,
Oh,
yeah.
Thin
Back-
Red Line.
Back to
No.
the Future.
No.
Oh,
No, it was
No.
Michael J.
Teamwork.
Fox and Sean Penn were
Yeah.
both. I forgot the name of it. It was not Thin Red Line.
No, it was something. Yeah, but no, it's not in the top 20.
What
That's
about
where Sean Penn, they're raping people.
Yeah.
what about Bridge Over the River Kwai?
Yes, that comes in at number 10,
Okay.
1957.
Casualties of War is the one you're
Yeah,
thinking
Casualties
of.
of War.
Yeah.
How about Das Boot?
Das Boots.
Das Boot? No.
No? Oh,
What about Biloxi Blues?
Oh.
Dude,
Nah.
I love Biloxi
It's a
Blues.
great movie.
I died and they buried me right here in my head.
Glory?
Biloxi Blues is a great movie.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very good.
Glory?
Glory comes in at number 15.
Not
Denzel Washington, Matthew Broderick, 1989. Matthew Broderick also in Biloxi Blues. How you like that? Is that what made you think of it?
Yes.
White House Down.
White House Down? No.
Are we know what wartime means?
Black Hawk Down.
You're missing a few that you definitely will know. There are some that you're not going to know. Number 20 is Fires on the Plane, 1959.
Oh, great movie.
Number 18, Rome, Open City,
I saw the sequel
1945.
Snakes on a Plane. Not as good.
Number 19, you guys should get this one. Don't order beers in Germany by going like this. You
Oh,
have to start-
Inglorious Bastards.
Inglourious
That is a
Bastard.
great war
Great.
movie.
Yeah, it comes in at 2000, or it comes in 19. Then you have number 17.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List is on the list, but not there. Schindler's List is number 7.
Would Braveheart count as a war movie?
Braveheart would count as a war movie, and that comes in. It's not in the top 20, but it was on the list.
The Great Escape.
The Great Escape is not on this.
What about Spartacus?
No. Number 17.
What is Spartacus about?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Then why would you think that's a war movie?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. You haven't got any. I don't know why you're mad at me.
I
You
got the top
guessed.
3 out of the 4.
No, you
Listen to
did
me.
not. Geo did.
Geo guessed first, but we all knew what it was. Let
no.
me Spartacus.
Mike got Full Metal Jacket. He got Bridge Over the River Kwai.
Yeah.
I didn't hear none of those.
Man.
Number 17 on the list, Robert De Niro,
Deer Hunter.
Christopher Walken.
Oh.
Yeah, Deer Hunter.
Mao.
No.
Ow.
1978.
Like not like Forrest Gump
Deer
would be
Hunter.
in there, right?
No.
Okay.
Number 13, Joe, you got was Platoon.
Casablanca in there?
Let's see, The Hurt Locker. No, so some of the other ones, Schindler's List, you got. Really, the only other one that you're missing that you would get out of these, because they have like Paths of Glory, 1957,
Yeah.
The Grand Illusion, 1937, whatever. There's one war movie, think comedy.
Kelly's Heroes.
Comedy.
Oh, Tropic Thunder.
No,
the
it's-
Peter
great
Sellers one.
No.
War.
Ernest?
comedy.
Uh,
Ernest
they-
goes to war.
War.
Ernest Goes to Spartacus.
Yeah.
I believe this is one of the first movies, if not the first, but one of the first movies that they wound up turning into a TV show.
In the
MASH.
Army Now.
MASH.
Oh.
1970, MASH comes in at number 6.
Side
yeah.
note, Klinger on the show Thursday.
Yeah.
Is the Dirty Dozen in there?
The Dirty Dozen is not in here. So the top ones, you have MASH comes in number 6. Paths of Glory comes in number 5. Apocalypse Now, number 4. The Grand Illusion, I don't know, 1937 comes in number 3. Number 2, Full Metal Jacket. And number 1, according to Variety, for the best war movies ever made, Saving private riot.
Agreed.
Now
100%.
all of
Never
those,
seen it.
all of
dude.
those have porno counterparts.
Sure.
Saving Ryan's Privates.
Yep.
Yeah.
A cockpolis now.
Schindler's Fist.
Schindler's
Yeah,
Fist.
yeah.
They all have porno counterparts.
Right.
Full Metal Jacket.
All right, Galvin. Thank you for your news.
Don't forget Glory Hole.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Ask the Dom will be here to take your legal calls. So get on the phone lines right now, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Ask the Dom is next on 1025 The Bone.
You're listening.
I think Ask the Dom's a little early today, so that's why you might be confused. In fact, is Dom in the studio with us?
He is?
Hey, Mike, I'm here.
Good morning, Dom. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Got a court this morning, so I had to sneak in early.
What do you got? Anything good?
Veterans treatment court this morning, and then I have criminal court.
Can
as well.
I just stop and tell everybody this is what Dom does? He helps veterans pro bono if they have legal problems, and then he goes like some of the what can you give me an example? Obviously, without invading anybody's privacy, but what type of cases you'll help them with today?
Well, I'll help veterans pro bono at the Veterans Outreach Program, which is in November.
Right.
So if it's a blanket statement that anybody that gets arrested that's a veteran is going to be flooding the office.
No, I'm sorry, I did not mean that.
That's
Yeah.
okay. So what happens is some of my clients who have served, and we appreciate their service, would qualify for Veterans Treatment Court. So it's a special court assigned for folks that have been charged with a crime to go through the program and get the necessary treatment and rehabilitation that they need.
Yeah.
And I'll represent them in that division. That division's of Judge Shanti, who's been on the show numerous times, because I try to promote the Veterans Treatment Court every year, a couple times a year. And it's a great program. They've got a new veterans pod. The sheriff, Chronister, Chad Chronister, is going to be on my show next Wednesday evening. We're going to talk about go back to school things and then the sheriff's office. But they also have a veterans treatment pod over at Falkenberg Road Jail, which is a unique situation in not only the country but the state. For
I don't
inmates.
understand Chad Chronister at all. He is a great sheriff who is in great. He's good looking. He's got all the makings of a person that should not be a sheriff. He's got money. He doesn't need to work anymore. And he genuinely cares about his job. Like, you talk to him off the air in a corner where it's just the two of you, and the guy speaks with such passion about what he does and how much he wants to change things and affect people's lives. That's a very rare that you get somebody that cares. Like, Grady Judd cares about locking bad people up. Yeah. Chad Chronister cares about helping people.
I just think in your day-to-day life with us and everyone around and stuff, you've never met a good person.
That might be true. That might be true.
I think that's
yeah. Well, that's great.
Well, the sheriff will be on next week, and he's been in law enforcement a long time. And Sheriff G was
Sheriff G was great
before him, and and Chad was recommended by Sheriff G. If you recall, Sheriff G had retired.
Yep.
And Chad had stepped in for about a year or so, and then won the election to finish out Sheriff G's term. So there's a long history of service. So he hasn't. A lot of people say, well, how long has he been? He's been there a long time.
Yeah, he's super. He's been there a long time. He's super involved, and he genuinely cares. And he's always the first person to step up when we have a charity thing and want to help out. But he's also in the middle. I'll never forget, in the middle of the riots that were happening where they were setting the mall on fire at University Square Mall. It was the first time I had the capability to broadcast from home, because I believe that was the I don't remember what night of the week it was, but I was home. I was in the pool. And my wife came and grabbed me, and I was able to come and jump on the air from here to talk about that stuff as it was happening live. And the sheriff made the time to come on the air. He's never not helped out this radio station. So he's a good dude, man. All right, Dom, yes.
Fantastic. By the way, your brother, if he's in there, tell John I said hello and good morning, and then we have matching Hawaiian tattoos.
Oh, right. The old bunghole?
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Just,
I got
that's
it.
between him and I. No,
Hey, I'm sure it is. Let's get to the phone calls for Ask Dom. Let's go to Carmen. I'm back in action on the phones here. Let's go to line one. Richard, good morning. You're on with Ask Dom. What do you got, Richard?
Hey, good morning. Tom, I don't know if you remember, I called you maybe about a month and a half ago about the same issue with my landlord not fixing my exhaust fans, AC issues, and all this and that going on. Now we're to the point that we need to start withholding rent before they take care of anything. How do I need to go about doing that? Do I need to hand write a letter and deliver it? Or do I need to just email them and let them know that we are withholding and also going to be contacting code enforcement to get them back out for these issues?
Well, I wouldn't withhold the rent. And if you have a strong disposition against that advice, the only thing that I can recommend is that you then should deposit the money into the court's registry. So there's a specific process in which to do that. But if you breach an agreement, which the lease agreement, by in this example, the landlord is things are broken or it's not inhabitable to the extent that it may be claimed, to counter that response with another breach isn't the proper legal response. So I believe if you did that, you're going to put yourself in a disadvantage legally, and that's not what you want to do. So what you want to do is you continue to pay rent. However, you can challenge the issues under the terms and conditions of the agreement, and that can be done in essence in small claims court, depending on the VEF. It's less than $8,000. If it's higher than 8,000, but that goes.
It's starting to get uninhabitable because of how hot our house gets during the day. It's to the point that we're at like 78, 79 during the day because these guys don't want to come out. They're not sending anybody out to check out our AC. The ducting underneath the house, because it's a mobile home.
And this is 6 weeks this has been going on? You called 6 weeks ago?
A little over, yes.
All right,
and
so
we messaged them the week of July 4th to get out there. Nobody got out to us. Now we're going on week 3. That's why we're trying to withhold the rent. That's why we're trying to figure something out. It's going to come down to getting a hold of the media, somebody to come out and get these people to get in gear, because we're not the only ones.
Well, the other issue that you need to understand is what's called mitigation of damages. And this will attack any affirmative defenses that they have in a claim down the road. And what that is you at some point in time, you have a duty to mitigate your damages. And what that duty is you need to call an AC repair guy to come out, or girl, and have them fix the unit. And then what you do is now just send the invoice to the landlord. And what that is now you're going to have the conditions
send
remedied.
it with like $50 less on his rent and the invoice? No,
because if you do that, then it's opening himself up to a breach of the lease agreement, and then if that happens, then they can terminate the lease agreement, even though they're in breach.
Got you.
They're going to. I don't want anybody displaced or evicted, so that's why I'm apprehensive to suggest that they withhold. And don't do that, but mitigate the damages. Now, once you mitigate your damages after appropriate time and notice, now these guys are toast legally because you haven't breached. You've given them notice. They haven't responded or complied under the terms and conditions. And then you went ahead and mitigated your damages. That's checkmate, brother.
Okay. So I can ultimately, now that because it's been 3 weeks, I'm just trying to make sure I got this clear. It's been 3 weeks since we informed them of the AC issue. So
How
I
did
can
you
bring out
inform
my own
them?
person. We sent email.
Good.
And they sent us back immediately, letting us know that they were going to get somebody out to us, and we haven't heard from them for 2 weeks.
Fix it and send them the bill.
Okay.
Yep, and put in parentheses, I have mitigated my damages because you are in breach of the contract. And by the way, I'm still maintaining my monthly payments. That's a fantastic. Okay. That's like 3 sentences. It's a fantastic letter.
I've mitigated my damages a couple of times. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. I don't know.
I appreciate it, Dom. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're way more patient than I would. I would have just moved everybody out and set the thing on fire. But don't do that. Dom doesn't like that.
Well, I mean, it's the hottest part of the year. And
now's the time to set it on fire.
Well,
Steve, good morning. You're on Ask the Dom. What do you got, Steve?
Good morning, Dom. Question is, I have a son who's in the Army. He was stationed in Korea, and while in Korea, I was using his truck. I was having a heart attack on my way to the hospital. Went through a left red light, and they ended up giving him the ticket. I paid for it, explained it to the clerk of the courts, but because the truck was in his name, they couldn't see any pictures. They went ahead and put it on his record. With that, he lost his top secret clearance, and he now is not in the Army because the Department of Defense said that, he'd be bucked down back to private since he was a sergeant because he committed a crime. So I'm trying to find out what to do, or is there anything that I can do?
First of all, I have no idea what you're talking about. Running a red light is not a commission of a crime. So what?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Running a red light is a civil infraction under the 316 traffic code. So I have no idea why they're alleging that he committed a crime.
Well, they definitely sent him, because he sent me the letter that the Department of Justice sent him. It says that's actions unbecoming his status in the Army.
Has nothing to do with you running a red light while driving his car. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, because
there's something else happened.
Couldn't he just say, hey, I was in Korea. I could never have done this. And the Army has to go, true, he was in Korea.
It's a traffic offense.
Yeah.
And he's not even
Right,
the driver
but
of
they're
the car.
telling us no, that it doesn't. I have a copy of the Department
Send that to me.
of Justice.
Send it.
Department of Defense letter.
Send
and it
me
states
the
it
letter.
right on there.
Send me the letter. I need to see the
Okay.
letter. You email it Dominic@askthedom.com, DOMINIC @askthedom.com. Let me see what our wonderful military folks are telling you guys, and then I'll have a better understanding. And then I also need his name and number, and I need to call him. I need to talk to him, and then we can look up his background as far as any charges, and see if this thing is related.
Do you think there's a possibility, sir, that he might have done something else and he was like, oh, it was your ticket that got me in trouble because he doesn't want to start it. He doesn't want you to know what he did?
No, like I said, if I didn't have the letter saying, that he sent to me.
What's the letter say?
To me saying, the letter is saying that it was unbecoming.
What?
Unbecoming.
What was unbecoming? You're missing the topic.
Him getting his ticket, and we didn't know there was even a ticket until I went to renew his license plate, and that's when they told us.
Hang on a second.
For everything.
Hang on a second. You're shifting now. So is it not a red light camera? Was it a tag issue?
It was a red light camera.
Okay, there's one. And then was the vehicle registered? Was the tag renewed?
Oh, absolutely. Everything was fine with the tag and all that, but they did go ahead and suspend his license.
All right. So what happened is you never got notice of the ticket, and it went to uniform traffic citation, which is still a civil offense. I mean, this is easily resolved with the Judge Advocate General. How long ago did this happen?
Oh, this was over a year ago.
Yeah,
we just got everything taken. Yeah, we got taken care of everything, paid for everything. They said because I paid it.
No,
I admitted his guilt.
Well, yeah, that's true. If you pay it, you do admit guilt. So the problem is you should have called me when you first found out about the ticket. When was that?
It was last year.
All right, well, we're a year late. Now we got to go back and kind of clean stuff up, which that's fine. I mean, but don't do things and then call me a year later and say, well, did I do it right?
Well, I normally call you all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Take care of some things for me personally.
Well, and the one time you don't, we got the letters from the United States government. Send me the letter. Give me your son's name and number, and so I can or have him call me, and then we can chat. With the specifics.
Yeah, I have to go through third party because he no longer talks to me due to this.
Are you serious?
He thinks. Yeah, I messed up his career.
I got to be honest with you.
Back in the States.
There's way more to this than we're hearing. I don't know if you don't know about it or what. There's no way that this happens. You simply would go to your officer and say, I'm in Korea. You guys put me here. I have never left. How can I be responsible for any of this? And there's no way. I think there's going to be more to it and I think your son should be willing to cooperate with you so you can figure out what exactly is going on.
Yeah, I had told him when he was talking to me, send me a copy of your orders so I could show them at the clerk of the court that you were in Korea. I admitted guilt, and I have papers showing I was on my way to Sarasota Hospital. I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, what a dick your son is. You were having a heart attack. I would let you run through the red light and bump a couple of cars if you had to. You were having a heart attack.
No, unfortunately they didn't.
Well,
and nobody wants to. It falls on deaf ears at the clerk of the court.
Send it over to
I've
Dom.
tried everything.
Send it over to the Dom and let him handle it for you, sir. Because something else is going on. But Dom, I got to know when you figure all this out. What's going on?
Yeah, for real.
Well, and it sounds like a very nice fellow.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Calls, if he's helped him before, he sounds like a return caller. But you got to get to me sooner.
Yeah.
So if you find out that this happened before you start paying stuff, and I know we talk about these tickets, but a lot of times, what that was is the rat clause. Remember, I talk about that all the time. Is if you're not driving the car,
right,
and you get notice of the citation, you have the rat clause. You can rat out who is driving the car. And in this scenario, the rat clause would have kicked in because, hey, I was out of the country. My father, whoever was my family member driving the car, so then, he's not, his security clearance isn't pulled or whatever the hell happened.
Yeah.
But that's, there may be more to it.
Dad, I also had a bunch of cocaine on me. I
Yeah.
didn't tell you that part.
They'll skip that.
Yeah.
And sometimes they won't tell me that like the first call. I find that when I get the discovery. I'm like, don't you think that's an important fact to tell me immediately?
Yeah. Holy cow. Yeah. All right. I got time to grab another call. Let me just go right out of Clearwater, Florida. Good morning. You're on with Acid Dom. Who's this?
Good morning, it's Alex.
Alex, you're on with Acid Dom. What do you got, sir?
Hey, thanks a lot for doing this. I appreciate it. So I went to the dentist last week. Solid dentist, solid dental hygienist said, man, your teeth look great. Your cleaning is later this afternoon. I came back at 4 o'clock. I got my cleaning done. I'm thinking I'm doing a regular cleaning. The guy is going on my mouth like he's just invading Normandy. I get out of there. I'm like, what the heck just happened? He goes, well, that would be $550. And I said, what's going on? He goes, well, nobody gave you a treatment plan? No, they didn't. So now they're hitting up they're hitting me up for $550, and my insurance is not going to cover for doing things that I never approved.
Well, what exactly did they do that you didn't approve? If you go in for a cleaning, I mean, I don't know what the hell else can they do short of did they do fillings? Did they cap something? I mean, what else was
treatment?
They did something called a deep cleaning.
Yep.
And they put this very expensive cleaner in between my teeth that charges like $30 or $40 per tooth. So they billed that. My insurance said no, we're not going to cover that. So now I'm stuck with a bill. I reached out to the insurance company and they're doing their background check, but the last thing I want is for them to hit me up with $500 in collections.
Call the dentist and tell them that when you went there, you were under the impression you're getting a normal cleaning, and then next thing you know, the staff did something else, and you did not authorize it. You got to go right to the source, and then talk to. I mean, it's a businessman or woman that runs the dental office. You need to talk to them or the office manager, depending on the size of the place, and contest the bill. Now say, look, I'll pay for whatever the normal cleaning is, but I'm not paying for all this other jazz. You'd be nice about it. And then that'll probably result. Don't ignore it because, then it's going to end up going to credit and all this other stuff. But go to the source and see if you can't resolve it because it's going to be more expensive to retain the services of a lawyer. I don't think you need a lawyer for this. It's going to cost you more than $500 to hire a lawyer, and that's how much these folks want from you. So offer them what their standard fee is for the cleaning and tell them, hey, your staff did not communicate to me well, and I did not know what they were doing, and I did not authorize it. And then if they're smart, customer service-wise, and they want to keep a returning patient, they'll accommodate you.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You guys have a good day.
Good luck, pal.
Take care.
Yeah, I don't know about this particular dentist, but there are a lot of things that they tried to put in there, and then it's kind of like when the big scam when you get a funeral and they start telling you, well, you want the your deceased to be comfortable, and the cat, like, they start saying, well, you don't want your teeth to fall out next week and blah blah blah. So you got to be careful what you agree to. Like, you think if they're telling you about it, they're doing it for your own, trying to take care of your teeth, but they're really trying to jack you up on the services.
Yeah.
So you got to, but that's on you. You got to pay attention. You got to go, well, tell me how much that's going to cost. So, but I think, Dom, that is the right thing. Go over there to the business guy and say, hey, I didn't agree to this. I'll pay you for whatever the cleaning is. But geez, a lot of good stuff today. But if they didn't get through today, they can join Dom on his show tomorrow night right here on this very radio station. What do we got tomorrow?
Attorney Sean Estes is coming on. He is a first-time guest to the program, and he is an attorney that I've been talking to that I met recently who does labor and employment law.
Oh.
And so he's going to come into the studio.
Tough gig in Florida, right? Would it be in a right-to-work state?
It is tough, and it's very hyper-technical. It's hyper-specific. And so he's going to come on the show and chat with him, trying to work with him a little bit. So if it goes well, if he likes the program, if everybody likes him, then in 6 weweeks, if you believe this, it'll be season 11 of Ask the Dom. It's crazy to see.
Time to wrap it up.
I'm getting old. I'm getting long in the tooth. And then so he might be a future sponsor of the show. So tomorrow we're going to introduce him to the listeners, and folks can call in. So an area of law that I want to kind of focus on more specifically, be more detailed with. So there you are.
All right, Dom, thank you. Pleasure to talk to you.
Absolutely. I miss you guys, and you guys look well, and I'm back. I'm back working.
Good to have you here. Thank you, Dom. We'll take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. After the top of the hour, we're going to talk to another blowhard. We had blowhard, and now we have blowfish. Do you familiar with Mr. Blowfish, Tom?
No. What's Mr. Fish? What's his status?
Tom Hurd. They call him the Blowfish. He is an average cool dude like us, but he is also a marine biologist. And is he hosting Cocaine Shark?
It doesn't say hosting.
He's promoting the show Cocaine Shark, where sharks in the water. And I know it sounds like Sharknado, but it's not. Sharks are actually eating cocaine that were probably part of drug deals that never made it to the land.
Cocaine bear.
And now you have Cocaine Shark. We're getting it from the sea and the land. So we'll talk to him at about 20 after 9. But we must take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show, 9:07 on 102.5 The Bone. I recognize that there are other morning shows out there that are funny and successful, but I don't have to like them. And I'm talking specifically about the Bob and Tom Show. Now, I've been in Nashville before and had to get up early and put on the radio and listen to Bob and Tom, and they did some cool stuff. But it's just not my style of radio. I'm not saying it's not good. Those guys are wildly successful, so successful that one guy retired a couple of years ago, and they still call it the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
So I am not knocking them in any way. They are way more successful than I have been, and good luck to them. However, I don't find it funny, and I don't like the comedy that they have on there. For example, we mentioned him yesterday on the show, Kostaki Economopoulos. He is a comedian / writer that does features on their show. Like, they're constantly letting other people come on their show to be funny or what they think is funny. And that guy, they pitched him to us that he was going to talk football. And we were like, yeah, comedian that knows football. Sure, we'll talk to him. And all he did was make up jokes about the team names. The Browns, maybe they got brown in their shorts after that game. And they're like, Jesus Christ. But that's the kind of stuff that they do. They'll be talking, they'll be like, hey, who's on line one? Oh, that's Freddie the electrician. He's got a complaint. It's Freddie the electrician. I got a complaint about something. And that's just not my thing. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my thing. Donnie, what is his name? Do you know?
Baker.
Donnie Baker he is a character that they had on that show for years, and I only know of him because he is a comedian who appeared several times at Side Splitters, and not my kind of thing. Again, a guy who does a bunch of characters, and also a guy from another radio show. So I really didn't ever want to have him on this show.
His real name's Ron Sexton. And
Yeah.
Donnie Baker's the character that he does. You've
The
probably
most
seen him.
familiar one, yeah.
Yeah, has a hat on backwards with long hair, kind of mullet.
I've never seen the character, but I guarantee it's not like, hey, who's Donnie Baker?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it was more like a Larry the Cable Guy kind of knockoff. Like
Oh,
country-
yeah,
I would
Baker.
imagine. Yeah.
He died at the age of 52 while on tour, out on his comedy tour over the weekend. And did we have any idea why yet or no?
It doesn't give a cause of death. I don't think whether they don't know yet or they're just not releasing it, but it doesn't say the cause of death.
I always hope when it's something like this that Donnie Baker does a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Because I'm 51, going to be 52 this year. I'm slightly overweight.
Michael,
Yeah.
you have healthy tubes.
Thank you.
The doctor said
you
you
didn't
have
tell me I had
strong
to do that.
pipes, healthy tubes.
But that doesn't necessarily have to just be my heart. You
right.
know? It could be
yeah.
other things.
Yeah, well.
I noticed a lot lately. I've been peeing a lot more frequently.
Oh, no. They say that's.
And I have ass lighting, so I'm like, what if I have
Oh,
prostate
man.
issues?
You
know
got
what I mean?
ass prostate.
I can't say this because I know my doctors and stuff listen to the show. My doctors, my everything, like, Kim, the nutritionist, she hit me up and she's like, listen to me. You cannot be eating jelly beans before you go to bed, and especially the peanut butter. I go, I forget you listen
Yeah.
to the show. I can't. But no, seriously, there are other things as you get older that just start, like, it's like owning a really nice car, and after a while, you're
Really
like,
nice car?
Yeah, you bought it. It was really nice,
Oh, okay.
and then over time, you stopped getting the oil changed, and you started putting in crappy gas to save money.
Yeah.
And then, it started making a clunk here and there. And the next thing you know, you're like, is this even going to get me to work anymore? It should last you 100 years, but sometime around 50, mine starts clunking, you know? And I do the best. I change the tires every once in a while. I bring it to Lifeguard Imaging, and I get a full body scan on the car
That's all
just to
you
see
can
what
do.
we need to do, you know?
That's not all you can do.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to go get checked out, but there's also stuff you can do. You can paint it. You can, make sure that you
Get some new rims.
clean it
You
out.
buff it? You gonna buff it?
You could feed it 3 sausage biscuits
I was gonna
and a
say-
hash brown.
Don't keep McDonald's in the trunk.
You can get a lift. You can get a lift
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
They're just opinions.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
You're
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
fine, Michael.
I feel like I'm going to
Yeah,
be
you're gonna
fine
be
in
fine.
Spanish, which makes me even nervous. Donnie Baker wasn't like, I'm probably going to die this weekend.
Yeah,
Hey,
probably.
speaking of that, Chris Jericho, got to give Chris Jericho some credit. Very early on the podcasting, he was doing a podcast way before most people were, and he was doing it successfully. Like, he's been doing it for a long time, and you don't remember that he was really one of the most successful ones in the beginning. I remember Jay Moore saying to me, "It's a Moore, Marin, Corolla, somebody else. It was Moore, Marin, Corolla. There was one more comedy podcast, World. You remember who it was?
No, but I know that Never Not Funny, those guys started way early.
I don't even know what that is.
Jimmy Pardo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then Jericho had Mo on. and
Yeah, that ruined
that
everything.
ruined everything.
Well, anyway, Jericho on his podcast talked to a guy, and they were talking about the mysterious death of Bob Saget. And they brought up some more information about it, about how Bob Saget was not old. He was not doing drugs, they say, and he died because of blunt force to the head. And they say he fell in his hotel room and hit his head, and it was just an accident. He died. However, there was nothing in his hotel room that they saw where he could hit his head that wasn't padded, and there was no blood anywhere.
I listened to a good portion of that podcast.
Oh, you did? I didn't. I only read about it.
I listened to it, and they point out that also the fact that the family had all the records sealed. So it can
quickly.
Very quickly, which means it can never they're never going to be out for the public to find out.
What if Bob Saget?
Why?
What if he did cocaine, and they were like, "Hey, he's America's dad. We don't want this going out there. Let's try to keep it under wraps." And what if that was the thing? You think that would ruin his reputation or his legacy?
They were saying that there are photos, like through the police report, there are photos of his room, and there was no drug paraphernalia anywhere in the room.
Yeah, but cocaine could be in little tiny vials.
Yeah,
and they could easily hide that.
But it would be on him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
in his
not if,
system.
And they didn't find any in his system.
well, that is easily.
Well, that we don't know.
Yeah,
but then we don't know.
know,
about
yeah.
that,
Plus, if he's buying, like if he was doing drugs, and let's say allegedly he was purchasing some, and that went bad, the dealer or whoever shows up to his room is going to just
So-
take all of his stuff.
Well, then that would be on camera.
But yeah, according to the
That
hotel
would be a
room,
crime.
so they
no one opened the door.
Yeah, he's got his car key. When he scans that, they can see who comes in and out of that room at any time. He was the last person.
Unless
to
he puts
scan-
that latch in,
yeah.
like I do if my wife goes to get ice and you latch the door so it's open when she gets back.
Well, yeah, maybe.
I'm just trying to
or-
think of all the scenarios to try and figure out what the situation
The
is.
the card scans were him going in and then the security going in
Yeah.
a couple hours
Check
later.
on him.
See, I think it's inside job. Somebody at the hotel, they got access to the video, the security cameras, they got access to the keys.
Well, nobody said they weren't able to review the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, I think police saw it and they said there was no sign of. But what would be the motivation to
suspicious.
kill Bob
And
Saget?
they said inside the room there was no literally he was just laying in bed as if he had gone to bed with his. I think they
So-
said his cell phone was on his chest.
What if he had hit his head earlier somewhere and I think he slipped in the comedy club and hit his head and was like, "Ooh, that was didn't think it was bad," and then died later on. That's possible.
Well,
Yeah.
I think they also had, they had spoken to, I think he had a driver that brought him back to the hotel
Yeah.
and the security guards at the hotel, and nobody said that he was acting weird or
No,
strange.
but that
and-
doesn't.
but it was also like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something. I feel like something
It's
happened.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know
The
if it's necessarily a
vaccine.
cover up, but I think that there's some logical explanation we just can't figure out because nobody's there to tell us except for him.
But the fact that his family raced to have all the records sealed
Very
is
weird.
kind of weird.
Well, he's got kids and he had a new wife, and maybe they were just like, "Hey, this is nobody's business."
They definitely didn't want pictures of him in the
Right.
bed, deceased, to get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's part of the things. That
How
they,
sad that is. What a nice guy he was.
Yeah. he
I
was
think
a
about him every
sweetheart.
morning because we have a sign that says the Bob Saget Green Room, and every morning I walk in, I see it, and I think about him being one of the first guests to come here.
And he was pretty young, right?
Yeah, he was probably only in his late 50s, right?
Yeah.
Which makes me even more nervous.
Do you want another weird coincidence I found during the break? So the White House chef just recently drowned.
Oh, I
Obama's
saw
chef
this.
drowned.
Yeah.
Did you know that in 2015,
Oh,
a
boy.
White House chef for the Clintons named Walter Sheeb, I think is how to pronounce his last name, also drowned
Paddleboard?
while he was hiking.
How do you drown while you're hiking?
Everyone, Reddit guy is here.
Jesus Christ.
How do you drown while you're hiking? Was he hiking in the water?
I don't know. It just says that
You're
that
hiking and you go in a stream or something?
Well, so his body was found submerged in a mountain drainage flowing with surface runoff. About
man,
25
those Clintons
yards.
will get you.
Yeah.
I saw a meme already that had Hillary Clinton and it said suicide hotline, and then it had Obama and said, "Yeah, I'd like to place an order."
I mean, think about it. What if Ned Schneebly over there was having an affair with somebody, and they were like, "All right, he's going hiking.
Yeah.
Take him to the
just-
train station."
I imagine it's always they were making food and they just happened to drop food off at the wrong time and overhear something. And they're like, oh, well,
yeah.
this was your
Or
last
they
day.
witness to a fight or
Yep.
something.
This is it.
What if
See
I
you later.
tell the public that you're gay?
Yeah.
What? Oh, that
Yeah.
could be something else, man.
So just a lot of
Michael.
coincidences. No big deal.
I don't want to work for any of those people.
No, I wouldn't either.
Seems like a great job in the
A
beginning.
lot of money involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of things, hearing a lot
Very
of things.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing. You just pretend you don't speak English. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
And then you have another conspiracy theory that I'm really enjoying
here we
right
go.
now is the Jamie Foxx thing.
Jamie
About-
Foxx, who they say had a stroke,
Right.
was blind and deaf, and whatever his deal is, nobody really knows. Then all of a sudden he came back and he's
Then he
pretty
comes
good.
back and he looks different and people said that he's a clone. Well,
Clone.
they just released a movie that he's in where he gets cloned
Yeah.
called They Clone Tyrone that I saw yesterday and I
They
was
clone
like
Tyrone's a good name.
very interesting.
But you can't
yeah.
clone an adult.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Kanye West.
What do you mean?
What,
like
do you, what do you mean Kanye West?
It's actually Kanye West.
Kanye West is a clone.
Of what?
Haven't you seen? He's like 2 inches taller. His jawline
A
is
clone
all.
would be exactly the same. The clone would just be the same DNA.
But yes, it is
Did
the
they
same.
get it perfect?
Yeah.
His jaw is different because the clone doesn't have the broken jaw.
Yeah.
He broke his jaw. How do you like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I don't
Facts.
know.
The,
Those are not facts.
Facts.
I
don't think
those are
that's
the
how it works.
Opposite of facts.
Yeah, but it's like that movie. Remember White Noise with
I
what's
don't
his
know where
name?
you go, Michael Keaton.
No, the
Oh.
one with Adam Driver, where it's the train crashes in Ohio and there's all the chemical spill, and then the train actually crashed in Ohio and there was the chemical spill. The same thing that happened. You're not familiar with this? Adam
Tell me this
Driver.
again.
The movie's called White Noise with Adam Driver. It was on Netflix.
Yeah,
It was
heard that
released
part.
like it was like it was released like 1 week before the actual train accident
Oh,
happened
the
in
real.
Ohio.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're saying the real train.
Right, yeah. And then
Yeah.
the real train crash happened. It's a predictive program where they show you something and then it actually happens.
That's great marketing.
Yeah, yeah.
What if
yeah.
that was? What if he just gave them the idea? Like they saw the movie, like we should totally crash.
We
this
should just
train.
crash the train, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just coincidence.
There was more. There was another train derailment over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of chemical plants
A
catching
lot
fire.
of pollution in the U.S. right now. A
It's just
lot
pollution,
of
but I don't
chemical
know
pollution.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So they say the biggest fear that we have is going to be the food shortage. That's what everybody's talking about.
Well, so you have a couple different things happening. You got the food shortage, because the grains in Ukraine and all that. You have a lot of Chinese and Russian nationals coming in through the border that know how to make, dirty bombs. You got the fentanyl crisis happening that's coming through the border. It's a lot of fronts. A lot of fronts happening.
I got plenty of peanut butter. I'll be fine.
Yeah, peanut butter or corned beef hash.
I don't know why you go the corned beef hash.
Because it's delicious.
Oh, like is it'll last forever? That's what
Forever.
you need.
Cans, yeah.
Yeah.
Spam. I'm surprised spam's
Yeah.
not a bigger
Spam,
commodity.
You got the S's. You got spam, silver, and
Succulents.
yeah, succulent.
I don't know what the thing is with spam. I've never had it.
It's delicious.
It's not. It can't
It
be delicious.
smells horrible.
It's
It
good.
looks
Meat in a
gross.
can.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's good.
You fry in a frying pan. It's totally
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying if you cooked it and gave it
Yeah.
to me, I'd probably eat it and go, yeah, it was fine. But the idea of it being in that jelly and just sitting there.
Yeah, but that's how they keep it in the can. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
how that works.
You need
That's
some jelly.
maybe jelly to put in the can. I know that. I know that, Galvin.
A little spam fried rice.
Oh,
Never had it,
It's not
it's
bad.
good.
but I'll be eating it if it's the only thing we can get. You know.
Yeah.
I am very surprised by all the meat you can buy in a can these days.
I know.
Like they have chicken.
Or in a pouch.
Yeah, pouch chicken.
There's
How's chicken good?
you ever see it goes viral a lot on Instagram stuff. The cheeseburger in the can.
No.
Like there's a full cheeseburger in a can.
And what do? You just warm it up?
You pull up the lid and warm it up, eat it
No.
in the can. Yeah,
Just give out. That's
That-
gross.
That can't be good.
yeah.
Oh,
No.
The
of
bread's
course
not soft. The meat isn't juicy.
I mean, when you're in a pinch, it's not bad.
Cheese is
Yeah.
cold.
Cheeseburger in a can.
And
I'm
it stays in a can, so I'm sure there's no chemicals in it.
Right.
Isn't that a song about when Jimmy Buffett went to jail? Nothing. No, that was good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Look. I guess if I was really hungry, I'd eat it all. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
But sometimes I look at I go down the aisles because what's weird is I have no problem eating clams from a can or
Yeah.
squid in a can. If I'm making like a seafood sauce or something, I'm fine. But then you show me a chicken in a can, I'm like, ew, horrible.
I love sardines in a can.
Oh, no.
Sardines are good.
Yeah, they're
Salmon in a
Anchovies.
can,
Yeah.
salmon.
Anchovies are good.
What do you eat with the sardines?
Actually, if I'm being honest with you, I will just open the can, drain the oil, and then I put a little bit of that breakfast sauce on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good.
That sounds disgusting.
Or mustard.
You don't
Yeah.
put like a cracker or something?
Yeah.
No, I just like the
Do you
sardines.
taste the little bones?
Yeah, I like to chew them.
You want to get skinny? You know what I used to eat, and I lost so much weight eating it. It was just tuna in the can and salsa,
Oh,
and I just put it right in the
Yeah.
can and mix it up
Yeah.
and eat it. Yeah,
That hurts
delicious.
my brain to
but that's
think about.
nothing. That's nothing.
No, I
You know what I
know.
mean?
Holy Christ.
Ugh.
All right, we got to take a break. 727. What happened to the cocaine guy? The blowfish. Wasn't he at 920?
Yeah, it's supposed to call.
Well,
Call
he's
him
late
now.
now. No, don't even worry about it. Spanish.
Oh,
Spanish. Don't
two.
even worry about it.
Oof.
Spanish. Spanish. You listen to me? Don't even worry about it. I'm not going to chase them. If they don't call in time here,
All right.
then they miss it. Suck it. Blowhard. Blowfish. What is it? I got to tell you, I do like the guy. His name is Tom Hurd. They call him the Blowfish. He's a marine biologist. And you got cocaine sharks coming up. You got his show. All right,
His
well,
show is the Cocaine Sharks on Discovery.
Yeah, but he's got a show on already that you can go watch. All right, well, it would have been nice to talk to him, but his tardiness will not suffice on
Is
the
he
show.
calling from another country like the other
Probably
guy?
not.
No.
Although he is in England. He is an English guy. He's from Bristol, so you never know. All right, we'll take a break. It's a Mike Calta show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the
It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. You know, I enjoy having my kids around for the summer because I'm not the one who has to clean up after them, let's be honest. Having these kids around has created so much clutter, and they're both at the age now where they just leave everything everywhere. Leave shoes everywhere, leave Crocs everywhere, walk the dog, don't clean up after the dog. Dog's got little paw prints everywhere. Zero Res is who you need to call if you want to get your place insanely clean. You can simply go to ZeroResTampaBay.com, and when you mention me, Mike Calta, right now you get 15% off everything, all their cleaning services, carpet, area rug, upholstery, tile, air ducts. They'll do that 15% off when you mention me. You go to ZeroResTampaBay.com, and you can easily schedule right there online. Tell them you heard about it in this show and get 15% off all of the cleaning. Now, you may say, hey, I just want them to do my rugs. That's fine. You may want them to do your upholstery like I have done, or you may have some other flat service that need these rotten kids of yours ruined and their friends, and you need them to clean that up. I know there's a lot of people relating to this right now because as a parent who has two children who have friends over, I could see how quickly they can really destroy a place. So let Zero Res get your place insanely clean with no harsh chemicals, safe for your dog and safe for your kids. It is ZeroResTampaBay.com. Again, mention me, Mike Calta, 15% off all cleaning services in Spanish. This is also the time that we need to get this house in tip-top shape.
You got it, Michael.
Because these kids go back to school in like 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
And once they ship out, I like to be back in a nice, clean home again.
I understand.
They're
that.
really gross. Their kids are gross. They have no, Joe, you know,
Yeah,
they have
I
no regard for I went in my daughter's room the other day and I go, look what you've become. You've become your brother. I found the cupcake wrapper on the floor. I go, come
Shoes
on.
around at the bottom of the steps.
Oh.
Next thing you know, I'm wearing the kids' shoes.
Yeah.
My daughter, yesterday, we had a conversation that I couldn't believe. You know, kids lose stuff, right? What do you lose? It's common. You get a
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. You got a little toy. You misplace your toy.
Some of us lose respect.
Well, that's Joe. Don't bring Joe into
Jesus,
this.
man.
I'm sorry. That's not what we're doing.
I went into her room to fix something for her computer, and I go, well, I can't, where's the mouse? And she's like, I don't know. I go, what do you mean you don't know? And I go, it's a wired mouse. It's not even like a wireless mouse. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I go, how far could it have gone? It's a mouse that you have to plug in to work. What could have happened to it?
Mm-hmm.
Now the wireless one falls on the floor, it gets swept under the bed. You don't even realize it happened. That's fine. I understand that. But this one has to be connected in order. I don't know where it is. I go, do you think the cat ate it? And she goes, the cat could never swallow. I go, you're not even getting the joke. The cat and the mouse, nothing. And I looked in her whole room. There's no. So I had to go take the mouse from here to make that one. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the dog definitely could eat that.
The dog?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The big one,
Could.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Whether
gonna
it
happen.
would, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, man. You want to hear what Hazel ate yesterday?
Oh.
This is pretty good. I'm pretty good at knowing Mabel's limitations because when Mabel stands on her back feet, she's about almost 6 feet tall. Like her feet go, her paws go on my shoulders, and we're almost eye to eye.
Oh.
Hazel's little though, so I know how to keep stuff on the counter, where to put them, so the dogs probably can't get them, or at least I could hear them making the noise to get to them. And yesterday, Man and I were sitting in the living room, and Mabel was on the floor quiet, and all of a sudden we heard a noise in the kitchen. And I go, Hazel, what are you doing? And Amanda goes, whatever she was eating is on the table. So I get up to go look, and the only thing on the table is a small tub of grated Parmesan cheese. And I go, I don't think she's eating the cheese. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't shredded. It was like the powdered, like the white powder kind. And I went over there, and her snout could only fit, I guess, in the middle of it. And it was a huge tornado-like hole all the way to the bottom. She ate all the Parmesan cheese straight to the bottom. So I had to throw the cheese out. And then Amanda looked at it, and she goes, you're going to be very swollen later. You're going to have too much sodium inside your hands. Those goddamn dogs will eat anything.
Yeah.
Man. They will eat anything. It's
It's
insane.
amazing.
727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. What happened to the blowhard biologist?
So, according to them, he got confused with the time change.
And when they were not going to let us know about it?
Yeah, I guess not. And then they asked, that was it. He got confused.
So they couldn't get a hold of him. he didn't do his interviews, and then they were just going to let it go and not tell us about it.
Yep.
Also, apparently, he's
Very
never
professional.
been in a different time zone
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But I mean, just how not professional. I blame them less than him.
Yeah.
You should get up, get your guest on the phone at 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
and go. Okay, here we go with your. I mean, not that I really care about talking to this guy.
Way to
Sometimes,
go.
sometimes in the 9 o'clock hour, if we got a guy that could be fun, we're like, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But nothing's going to change the outcome of the show.
I was excited to hear you talk to Blowfish about the cocaine sharks
You're a
personally, but
No, that's. I mean, look, you ask me a lot of times. You send me guests,
Yes.
and I go no. And I think some of them you even know are going to be a no
Yeah.
when you tell me, but you want to just check. And I go, no. This one, I was like, yeah, all right, that's good. What's the next one? We got another one coming up that I thought was good. Don't we?
On Thursday?
I don't know. What is Thursday?
Thursday is Klinger.
Oh, yeah, we got Klinger. That is going to be good. So Jamie Farr played Klinger on MASH, and he'll be in town this weekend at Comic-Con. Are there other MASH people that are going to be there? Because only those things are only good when you get a couple.
Yes, there's 2 people. Well, I don't know her name.
Loretta Swit?
Yes.
She's going to be at Hot Lips Houlihan?
Yeah.
How hot can her lips be these days?
I don't
I think
know.
I'd rather kiss Klinger. Right?
In his
So-
dress. Yeah.
I talked to him on Friday for about 20 minutes.
Gio, this is Klinger.
He was telling me all about, he had this big, long Tony Bennett story, and he was like, Tony died today, and then he was going on and on.
Well, I know.
Yeah, I couldn't get off the phone with the guy. He's very nice.
Yeah, good. He's been on the show before.
Oh, yeah?
Years and years ago.
Yeah, he loves to talk.
I love MASH, and we've had on the show, we've had,
Alan Alda.
yeah, what was his name?
Alan.
MASH.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, man, I couldn't get it. Hawkeye, BJ, Trapper, Klinger. Is that it? We never had Radar on.
I've met him.
I know you have. That's it's odd. The Radar, I think, lives here, and he's the only one we've never had on. He does a lot of stuff. Galvin, you like Radar. He does a lot of stuff with the dogs, the pets. And then I don't think we've had any. I think the rest of them were all dead.
Colonel Potter?
Stevenson's dead. Colonel Potter's dead. Colonel Potter, I remember when he was like 80-something years old, he got arrested for beating up his wife. Like, who can't
Potter.
fight that guy off? Come on, Potter.
I
Watch
have
out, horse hockey.
a question about MASH.
Yes,
You
I
called the
have the
guy
answer.
Trapper?
Trapper John.
Yeah.
Did he actually trap stuff?
No.
Well, why
This
they?
is his name, Trapper John.
Yeah.
He had a show afterwards.
Yeah, Trapper John MD.
Mm-hmm.
Did he trap stuff in that?
Nope.
He was. So listen to me. They had MASH, and Trapper was on the show, and he leaves, and then they bring in BJ Honeycutt. Never tell you what the BJ stands for in BJ Honeycutt.
I mean,
Trapper leaves, and he goes back to private practice, and the show Trapper John MD, which is not a comedy but a serious medical show, goes on to be a huge hit. Never really, recognizing MASH, just going on as the character and what he would do in his civilian life.
that's pretty cool.
It was very cool. You wouldn't even know if you didn't know, and played by the great Pernell Roberts, who was from Bonanza. Jesus Christ, I know too much. If you can get me a Jeopardy show about TV stuff, I'll tell you everything.
Now, I'm looking at the Comic-Con thing. Are these all current guests that are going to be there, or is this like a
They're
bunch?
still all up in the air.
No, but I'm saying, like, are the... I don't know whether this is, like, people who have been in the past or people
No,
who are
this is
gonna be
all
here.
upcoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
They
you
got
have,
a great group.
You have Sean Astin, who,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Goonies.
Samwise.
Same with Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah. Pip.
You've got Corey Feldman.
My money's out on Corey.
You got
Feldman.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah. Paulie's coming here to do comedy in like
Yes.
a couple of weeks too.
This
so.
weekend.
This weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
is it this
Side Splitters,
weekend?
yeah.
You got
Is he coming in?
Trying to. I think because of Comic-Con, he's having some scheduling issues. So, but yes, we're trying to.
Giancarlo Esposito from
Giancarlo Esposito from
Giancarlo.
Breaking Bad. Pollo Tropical, whatever it was called. Hermanos
Pollo
Pollos.
Loco.
Pollo Loco.
Group photo, Jamie Farr and Loretta Swit. How much is it going to cost you?
$100.
$50.
75.
$140.
Shut your mouth. Man. Sure, because they got to make $50 each, and then Comic Con's got to make $20
Oh, yeah,
each.
okay.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
$140.
Yeah.
I don't have that. You throw in two more people from MASH, I pay $140.
You got Jeff Maxwell from MASH. Do you know who that is?
No.
It looks like he was like one of the background surgeon guys or
show
something.
me. Hold on, I gotta look at this. Jeff Maxwell, you say?
Yeah, he played Private Igor.
Oh, yeah,
Straminsky.
Igor. I was going to say
okay.
Igor.
Yeah, all right.
Igor's going to be there?
Yeah.
And then it won't put him in the group picture?
Richard Karn from Home Improvement.
Al.
Yeah.
Who else?
Jamie Farr. You got Walter Koenig from Star Trek.
That's
yeah.
huge,
That's
right?
Chekhov.
Yeah, but that's got to be huge for them to get a legit Star Trek guy.
Remember his son went off into the woods, right?
Yeah.
His son went off into the woods, right? I'm confused because
Boner.
his son was Boner from Growing Pains, and he hung himself. And then the guy who played young Chekhov is the guy who got squished in the car.
Right, yeah. Don't deal with this guy. That's bad news. Bob Eubanks is going to be there.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What would you say about making Whoopi?
Quentin Aaron, who we had on the show before.
From The Blind Side.
I'm looking at some of the other people. Some voice actors. Bunch of voice actors. More voice actors.
I'm excited to see this guy. I know you guys probably aren't a big fan of his, but Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers.
Nope.
Yep. From Sleepy Hollow.
Yep.
Nope.
Great actor. Very, very strong look.
I feel I'm not going to be able to make Comic-Con, and I would go.
Steven Weber from Wings.
From Wings.
Yeah, and Amy Asback also.
Wow, that's good.
Elijah Wood. Oh, also Tim Daly from Wings. Ooh.
Tell me Lowell's going to be there.
No, this may be worth going. Gina Carano.
Oh,
she canceled.
What?
She's not going
Oh, of course.
come
Yeah,
on.
that's how
the
they
one
get you.
good one.
That's how they get
Oh.
you. I got to tell you, I like Steven Weber a lot. Steven Weber should do more stuff. People should put him in more stuff.
So Steven Weber was on Wings, and they showed Wings 2 times every night, 2 episodes back to back, and I love that show. And then I went to New York after watching it for like a year, every night, back to back. And I went to go see the Blue Man Group when they were just in New York. And I walked downstairs, and as I was walking downstairs to go in the theater, Steven Weber was walking upstairs, and he was dating some girl that worked at MTV. I don't remember who she was, but I recognized her.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and I go, oh, and he goes, ah. And I was like, oh, it's good to meet you. He's like, good to meet you. He was totally cool. Like, it's what you wanted it to be.
Steven Weber, canceled.
Not what good as Tim Daly if you can't get Steven Weber. Although Tim Daly was in The Sopranos.
Tim Daly, canceled.
Amy Asback is
Amy
which one?
Asback, canceled. Why do they leave these people up here? Elijah Wood, canceled.
What good is getting some dwarfs if you can't get all of them?
I mean, like, all these people are canceled.
Bilbo.
Oh, don't hate on Bilbo.
Which one is Bilbo?
Bilbo is
Baggins.
Elijah Wood.
Is it Elijah Wood?
Yeah.
No,
What's
he's Frodo.
No.
Yeah, Frodo.
Yeah, look at him. He loves Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He
No,
doesn't even know.
You guys don't know what you're
I think
talking
it's
about.
a lot like Frankenstein. You've never even seen
Elijah Wood is Frodo.
it. Yeah.
Which one is the other guy? The Mikey from Goonies. What is
Harry.
it? Harry?
Yeah, Harry.
Harry the
Harry the Hobbit.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Sean Astin is Rudy, the Hobbit.
Rudy the
Samwise.
Rudy. What is Samwise?
Samwise Gamgee.
Nah, you're,
It's
now
Frodo's
you're just
friend.
making stuff up.
Phony.
You don't know nothing.
I swear.
Elijah Wood is Frodo.
Yeah, Bilbo.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's his nickname.
No, Bilbo is a completely
Bilbo
different character.
Baggins.
No.
Why would you
you
call
guys
him-
don't know.
And why would you give a nickname to a guy named Frodo and call him
Frodo,
Bilbo?
you need to have a nickname.
Ian Holm, the older guy, is Bilbo
No,
Baggins.
that's
Yes, it is.
That you're being Reddit conspiracy guy. You're
Nope.
crazy over there.
You don't even know.
You don't know.
You said it was your favorite.
You don't know.
You have a
Do-
tattoo.
Who are the Ghostbusters? You probably don't even know that.
Oh,
Nope.
that
What an
is
idiot.
What are the Ghostbusters names?
that is Larry Fontaine
Shut up.
Inky, Blinky,
Uh-huh.
Stinky,
and Winky.
And Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray.
Grover.
You're garbage.
What an idiot.
I'll see you at Comic Con.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to go?
Oh, yeah.
Will you FaceTime me? Because I like to buy stuff.
For sure.
All right. Have a great day. The after show is up next. Carmen, you ready for our date?
Yes,
All right. You know where it is? You got the address? I sent it to you?
I got it.
Make sure
I'll
you
see
look
you there.
sexy.
Oh, boy.
Suck it in.
Fat fatty.
Yeah.
Coming your way.
I'm going to take a picture of Carmen and put it up on our Instagram today. an unflattering picture of Carmen.
Of course.
Listen,
you
take
see
it
that?
like a man.
Unfattering?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a filter.
I bet you look beautiful. Have a great day. New open letter tomorrow. We'll see you then. Check us out on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. Goodbye.